To Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in. Big alley.
The following is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Are you ready? Because here we are live from 34th Street as we're about to have the clash of the Titans, 50th versus 34th Street. It's the Plainsmen coming to visit the Coronado Lady Mustangs. Devin Ward here alongside Carson Ward, the Ward duo, live for the first time ever on Fox 34 News Now. We thank you for tuning in tonight. This is the first time ever that I've been allowed to broadcast on Fox 34 Now, but a big milestone, not for me, for our student. Carson, you've earned this, man. You've earned the right to be up here on the booth tonight, and I couldn't be more excited to have you here.
Me too. I can't wait to really just show our. Oh my gosh, can't even talk. I'm speechless.
So big.
I'm speechless.
The moment's so big for him, and we're so excited for him. You'll be hearing a lot from him tonight. Trust me, he doesn't become speechless very often. You know, this is a big game between two teams. Anytime these two teams match up, it doesn't matter who's on each sideline. It doesn't matter the records of these teams. It's going to be a battle, and it's because these teams are very familiar with each other. They've grown up in the same city, and they've competed each other since they were young kids.
Well, and even back in the day, as y'all would say, I mean, these two teams, there was a great rivalry between the two. And so it's going to be really interesting how these two teams play against each other, how they really strategize their game plans. It's going to be really fun.
He's a coach that is leading the way with Jill Schneider in her 26th season over here for Monterey. And then, of course, over here for Coronado, it is Coach Tanner Pliant leading the charge for Coronado. Now, we got our starting lineup some moments ago, and we'll get into those momentarily. But some keys coming into tonight, Carson. It is the turn of the district play for these teams. They've already faced each other once early on this season. Of course, that was at the new box at Monterey on 50th Street. You see Coach Schneider there. The Plainsmen took the big victory tonight. But this is the turn, right? Coronado's wanting to get that first win in district play, and the time is now if they want to be able to make the postseason and make a big push.
You know it. And, I mean, with them being winless in district, that just fuels their fire a little bit more, pours a little more gasoline on it, so to speak.
Absolutely. We're getting ready for the game to get underway right now. They're doing their pregame festivities. The JV game just wrapped up moments ago, so game action will be coming our way momentarily. Let's call for our graphic, though, for our district standings, because Carson kind of talked about it moments ago, where the district standings are. As of right now, Monterey sitting at the top. They're 6-0. You see the graphic here, sitting at 23-5, ranked 8th in the great state of Texas. And as you see there at the bottom, Coronado. But again, like we talked about, throw it out the window. District records don't matter right now because these two teams want to get the best of each other.
And you know that these two teams are just going to be battling head-to-head against them. And if you're Coronado specifically, you have to wipe the previous 6 district games out of your mind, like you just said. Because now the time is now. You have to start clean, and it's like you just said, it starts today.
Two teams coming off very different performances last week. Abilene Cooper came here to Coronado to face the Mustangs, and they ran away with a 56-55 win, barely getting it. How does that deflate a team? Does that motivate a team? I'm anxious to see how Coronado responds, while Monterey, of course, won big at Lubbock High. Aaliyah Chavez scored 47 points in that contest, reached a huge milestone that you want to talk about, Carson.
She reached 3,000 career points, and she's only a junior.
That is insane.
How?
I don't know. You know, in the world of basketball, right, in the world of sport, when you reach 1,000, that is a major milestone. But as a junior, that is insane. Hey, let's get into our starting lineups for tonight. Of course, this is being presented to you by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. And we're going to start with the visiting team for tonight, starting at point guard, setting at 5'10", a junior, Aaliyah Chavez. She is averaging 37.9 points per game. Chloe Cerna getting the start at power forward, rocking number 11. Zanaya Wilkerson at guard, a sophomore, getting the start. Ambrosia Cole, another guard, getting the start. She's a sophomore, averaging 18.5 points per game. And then Jasmine Holloway. Carson, I was blown away the way Jasmine played in their last game against Lubbock High. She's getting the start tonight for Monterey. On the other side for Coronado and Coach Tanner Pliant, they're starting Jayla McCutcheon. She's a junior, a big-time playmaker standing at 5'5". Celeste Landine, somebody we'll talk about in just a few moments. A preview, of course, that we'll be having, as well as Shyla Blackwell. To round out the starting lineup, Sierra Montez and Cameron Hill. They want Cameron Hill to have a big game tonight. You know, for Monterey this season, you know, we've done multiple games, Carson, and something that Coach Schneider always talks about is the height difference between her team and a lot of other teams. And so they want Cameron Hill to have a big night for Coronado because she's going to have that height advantage that we always hear about.
Well, and I remember last game that we commentated, Coach Schneider saying that her team is very undersized, but they use that to their advantage by shooting the three ball, by finding the open looks.
Absolutely.
And that's something they're going to have to do tonight.
And they're very aggressive on the offensive end. You'll see it here firsthand tonight. Hey, let's get into some of the names that you need to know coming into this broadcast as we're watching the teams warm up here on the court. Of course, some of the names you need to know. We're going to start with the visiting teams. Does that sound good?
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, visitors first, and of course, we already talked about it. Aaliyah Chavez is the name you need to know.
And how do you not talk about her? She's already at 986 points, and we're not even halfway through the district yet.
Right.
I mean, this girl, I mean, wow. That's all I can say is wow. How do you not compliment that?
You're looking at the top player in the class of 2025 living in Lubbock, Texas, right there. And, you know, every Batman needs a good Robin, right? And I don't want to say Batman Robin, but, right, you need to have a great person alongside you. And Ambrosia Cole is another player that everybody needs to know. Division I caliber player, averaging 18.5 points per game, up for Player of the Week in some local newspaper here in town. And she is a star. And it's fun to watch her and Aaliyah play next to each other.
Like you just mentioned, Batman and Robin, I think that's a great analogy, even though you don't really want to use that, is because whenever Aaliyah's not on the court, you better have two people on Ambrosia Cole, because she will do the same exact thing that Aaliyah can do and really does every game.
Every game. Now let's go look at the other sideline, and you know, Shayla Blackwell, returning starter for this team, and I know you have a lot of good tidbits about Shayla.
Yeah, and I love the way that she leads this team. She's really one of those players that you can depend on whenever times get tough. She's only one of two seniors on this team. So this Coronado team is really going to have to lean on their senior leadership because, well, they had the most experience.
Absolutely. And then Celeste Landine, another name that you need to know. I went back and was studying some film, Carson, and specifically the Mustangs game against LCP, and she was all over the place, creating defensive turnovers, leading to fast break buckets. She's a problem for opposing teams, and that's a name you need to know. Big time, right?
Big time.
Big time, and we're ready for a big time matchup coming your way. We're gonna wrap this thing up, and we'll have starting lineup. We'll have the national anthem coming your way, and we can't wait to bring it to you. Carson's debut on Fox 34 News now, and we're so excited to have you. Mustangs, Lady Plainsmen, who do you got? We're gonna find out. Stay with us.
South Plains College came today, and they were surgical techs and an instructor for sterile processing. They came to show us like what they do, and they also have like hands-on activities to see like what it's about and see if we want to do it like in our future.
I have friends at South Plains College who teach the surgical tech program over there, and they are here giving the students some information that they don't even know exists. So they are presenting their program. They have the surgical tech program and the sterile tech program, and then they have set up stations so that the students could practice some of the skills and the things that they do on a daily basis.
We would put this gown on.
I think it's important because it helps us know what we want to do from a younger age. So then we get more immersed in what we want to do.
The biggest thing is your fingers can't come out.
Well, it's really near and dear to my heart because I actually met one of these surgical tech instructors at the hospital that I work at as an x-ray tech. And I learned that he started teaching at South Plains, and when I reached out, they made it happen real quick. So I love for our students to actually get to hear from professionals instead of just from me and the other teachers. We can tell them all day, every day, the same thing and how much these classes help them for future career options and how there's much more out there that they don't even realize exists. So to have people come in and show them and teach them is beyond anything that we could do here.
I think it's one of a kind because you don't just go getting organs, cow organs from just anywhere. And it's special because there's professional people who can bring them to you.
It's actually been pretty surprising, I think, because they didn't realize that there was such a thing as a surgical tech. We often hear of doctors and nurses, and we need them, we love them. But there's so many other players in a healthcare plan, and it's just nice to introduce them to that and see that they've got an option, whether it be a lifelong career or a stepping stone to be able to branch out to different things.
I think it was fun, and I'm looking forward to doing suturing. I want to go to college and get my undergrad over with and then go to medical school so I can be a surgeon.
Amy Baker is joining us in studio today. Amy is our Executive Director of Career and Technical Education, and today we're talking about a new program coming to the ATC. So Amy, thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thanks, Erin.
So a new program coming to the ATC. Tell us all about it.
So it's really an expansion of a program that we've had at a few campuses over the last couple of years, but based on some community feedback and our advisory committees, we are excited to announce that we are bringing computer programming to the Byron Martin ATC, beginning with freshmen. So students from every high school campus at every grade level can come and participate in computer programming, and we're really excited.
That's pretty cool. So you mentioned that it came from community input. Tell us a little more about that.
So I think for years and years we've been looking at this shortage of IT professionals, IT workers, programmers, cybersecurity industry experts. And so people have come to us and asked, hey, we need jobs. We're looking for interns. Can Lubbock ISD help? And so we're excited that based on this feedback, we're able to offer some new programming languages and some new courses that are going to help students have a full 4-year sequence that prepares them for jobs in the future.
Well, and we really do have a formalized way to gather that feedback through our advisory councils for our CTE courses. So tell us more about that.
So every content area meets with a group of professionals twice a year. We bring in business members, members from economic development, partnerships, students, parents, and we talk to them. We show them data, we talk about programs, and then we really seek their feedback. And that primary source of feedback is that we needed to do some rearranging and some enhancement of computer science, and this was the opportunity that came from that. So because of their partnerships, we're going to be able to offer some internships to our students who are juniors and seniors to actually go out and work in IT, networking, and cybersecurity jobs.
Well, this is just another one of the many opportunities we have for students who are making plans for what they want to do after high school, whether that's pursuing college or maybe just a great career through CTE training that they can get before they ever leave with their high school diploma. And so I know we talk about this with every program, but why are these programs so important for our students in Lubbock ISD?
We want our kids to feel job ready, whether they're pursuing a 4-year or 2-year college education or whether they want to step into a full-time career right after leaving Lubbock ISD. We want to equip them with the skills, the training, and the opportunities to be ready and to make a good living.
Well, we know that there might be folks who are interested in learning more about these advisory councils, and so if they're interested in serving on a council, who should they contact?
I would love to meet with any business or industry partners that are ready. Please reach out to us at Lubbock ISD ISD, they can contact me or any member of our career and technical education support team.
Awesome. And then for families that want to know more about this new program and course at the ATC, who should they talk to?
We would encourage students to get with their counselors to select the course on their choice sheets and to ask any questions they may have so that they feel ready and excited to join us next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Amy. It's very exciting to be expanding our programming here at the ATC and in CTE. And we'll have you back soon to talk about another great program we have here in Lubbock ISD.
After returning from the winter break, students taking courses at the ATC experience something a little bit different than their usual classes. ATC Principal Ann Archer explains what the ATC is and how this day is important.
So the ATC is a career and technical education campus. We serve students from all 5 high schools. Students come over here for a minimum of 2 periods a day. Some stay all day long. They can take courses in everything from culinary to welding to automotive to healthcare, so that they can either, just learn some good skills to have for everyday life, or a lot of students leave our campus with some kind of license or certification and can go directly out into the workforce if they choose to after graduation.
Students experiencing new opportunities and stepping out of their comfort zone is very important. The ATC is primarily for helping students to get experience and learn skills for specific jobs along with everyday life.
Today at the ATC, we are focused on cross-curricular activities, meaning we have paired up our teachers or our classes with other classes that they wouldn't normally work with. We have healthcare classes working with plumbing and automotive classes working with TV classes, or culinary also working with automotive classes. We wanted for our students to see that employability, job skills, and just basic everyday knowledge can cross over into other areas as well.
Through this activity at the ATC, students were able to learn how classes can interact. Just like in the workforce, students see that a lot of jobs go hand in hand, and seeing another point of view when working together can produce a great outcome.
Hello, my name is Henry.
My name is Angel.
My name is Lily.
I am one of the many Lubbock ISD TV students learning professional broadcast skills right now.
We have the opportunity to work with professional equipment during our high school sports coverage.
Learning skills that have allowed many of our students to work college sporting events with professional networks.
If you appreciate our coverage, we hope you'll consider one of our sponsorship opportunities.
Your support will help our program continue to grow, providing funds that allow us to learn using the latest broadcast and streaming technologies.
If you'd like to support us,
contact Kenneth Dixon with the information on your screen.
And thank you for watching.
Welcome back to Lubbock ISD TV basketball here at 34th Street tonight as the 8th-ranked Monterey Lady Plainsmen visit the Coronado Lady Mustangs. Currently, our teams are going through their starting lineups, which means, Carson, I think we should revisit them. It's been a little bit of time since we showcased who the starting lineups are for tonight. Of course, for Monterey, it's Aaliyah Chavez, Chloe Cerna, Zanaya Wilkerson, Ambrosia Cole, and Jasmine Alloway. For Coronado, it's Jayla McCutcheon, Celeste Landine, Shyla Blackwell, Sierra Montez, and Cameron Hill. Carson, for these two teams tonight, we're officially at the halfway point of district play. This is the turning point, and it's a big point for both of these teams and the trajectory that they want to be on as they head towards this final push.
And you just said it. These two teams really need to make a second half push, but specifically Coronado, since they're winless in district. But this is a really big moment for them because tonight could be the night that they get a win in the win column.
It'd be a huge win if they were able to get it done tonight. Monterey has had a pretty nice streak going for quite some time now, getting a lot of wins in the win column. For the Lady Plainsmen, they have a big week in front of them. Of course, tonight they're the road team, and then next Friday they'll be heading to Woodrow to play the Lady Pirates. And so this is back-to-back road contests for Monterey, and just continuing to stack wins. That's what they're looking for. You see Aaliyah out there. It's going to be getting the opening tip. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. You're watching Lubbock ISD basketball on Fox 34 News now. This is the debut game of having a student with a headset here tonight. A bad pass down low right there, and it's stolen away. First turnover tonight for Monterey. Currently coming up the court is Shyla Blackwell. Coronado likes to move the ball around here, Carson, and they say when their defense leads the offense, that's when they have the most success. Here's Chavez pulling up for three, off the iron. Cerna battling for the rebound, loses it, and he'll go out of bounds.
And I love how they're passing the ball around, both teams. Passing the ball around early and often.
I like Cerna being down low. They need her to have a big night, you know. They're not the tallest of teams, but when she has a good night, they have great nights. Driving to the basket, left-handed layup, too strong. Rebound, Monterey. And they're going to come down here quick.
Well, and this is how Monterey plays. They play really, really fast, and they like to shoot the three ball.
It makes for a fun broadcast. I'll tell you that. Great pass down low to Cerna. Trying to finish, doesn't. And he'll go out of bounds and go to Coronado. Our officiating crew tonight is Anthony Williams. He'll be the lead official tonight for the guys' game. Jack Squires is the lead official for tonight. And then Eric Chadwick is the other official here tonight. Of course, leading Coronado is Tanner Plyatt. It was a great conversation pregame. You can get a read on coaches a lot of times, Carson, on how they feel coming into the game. He was really relaxed, and he's just over here coaching his team really hard in front of us right now.
And that's what a good coach does. They're really relaxed at every point of the game and just teaching, not just coaching, but teaching their players how to do certain things in the middle of a play.
Here's Ambrosia Cole. Passing it over to Holloway. You know, I was really impressed with Holloway. That's a deep two right there, off the iron, no good. Holloway, Carson, in their last matchup, or in their last game, breakaway bucket here for Coronado. That's good. The first points tonight go to Jayla McCutcheon. Going back to Holloway, though, I was really impressed with her physicality, with how aggressive she was on the court, and I was really excited to see her in the starting lineup. That three is off by just a little bit, and Coronado looks to stack on this lead here.
Well, and I mentioned it earlier, with Aaliyah Chavez having already 986 points this season, she's really wanting to get that 1,000-yard mark, or what 1,000-yard mark?
Yeah, another 1,000 points.
I'm thinking football terms
now.
You
are thinking. That one off is Zanaya Wilkerson right there, and so it's going to stay with Coronado. Great pass to a wide-open shooter. The baseline jumper, no good. The Mustangs battle and get the offensive board. The second chance opportunity, no good. Ambrosia Cole comes down with, that was Wilkerson with the wide open three. You like that look right there. And Wilkerson's gonna foul Ambrosia Cole, and Cole's gonna go to the charity stripe.
Well, and that's something that Coronado is gonna really have to do, is get the ball into the hands of their playmakers and shoot wherever they're open. Those are two open shots that Sierra Montez had, and they're just gonna have to keep getting those looks and keep taking their opportunities.
No, eventually those open looks will drop for you. Those are great shots there by Coronado. First free throw opportunity for Ambrosia Cole is up and good. Cole's averaging 18.5 points per game this year, 3.7 rebounds. Those are some great numbers.
Oh, for sure.
The second free throw off the back iron. Chavez battling for that rebound. You love the aggression right there.
But we also...
And you see it again.
But we also know that Aaliyah can easily get banged up. We saw her knee collide with another in practice a couple weeks ago.
We did.
She fell down, hit that same knee in the next game, and so we know that she's injury prone, but that doesn't stop her from being as tough as she is.
I think everybody, you know, like if you bump your knee, man, you're dropping me. Holloway, once again, being physical right there and coming away with the ball. Great defense there. A great pump. Trying to get by two defenders. The double team work for Coronado. Here's a fast break opportunity, 3-on-1. Great strip there by Ambrosia Cole to not foul the breakaway. Coronado's gonna keep it. That was an awesome job by Cole. Cameron Hill had the breakaway here, and you'll see it here on the instant replay. She was determined to go coast to coast, but Cole picked her pocket in the last second. Or no, that was Aaliyah Chavez that did that. Coronado going to work.
That was just great awareness by both Cole and Chavez to get that ball away from Cameron Hill.
So that was another three-pointer right there. This time it was Sierra Montez pulling up for the baseline. Coronado, though, doing a really great job, Carson, getting the offensive rebounds and having a second chance. And this has been a big part of why they're having the lead right now.
Well, and they've had really good defense because we know how Monterey likes to play. We've commentated many of their games. We're used to their play style. And Coronado knows it too because they're crosstown, or not even crosstown, they're one street over rival.
Right, yeah, Zanaya Wilkerson there, great job coming in and helping on that double team, causing the jump ball. You see here on the instant replay, just that simple look away right there allowed Wilkerson the time to go after the ball.
And that's the thing with basketball is one little lapse of focus, and you could have already cost your team a turnover.
So trying to feed the ball down low, Wilkerson again fighting for that ball. And it's going to go with the Monterey Lady Plainsmen. So that's going to go against Coronado's Cameron Hill. That's her first foul of the game. Checking in for Monterey currently is Kinsey Johnson for Chloe Cerna. Another check-in, or multiple check-ins. A lot of substitutions happening here for Monterey. And that kind of tells you the intensity that they're playing with, right?
Oh, of course, and that also shows the kind of coaching that Joe Schneider has, is keeping everybody on their toes and keeping everybody fresh. And there's a massive three-pointer by Aaliyah Chavez.
Yeah, that was a step-back Jimmy Jack, giving her that separation that she needed to bury the triple. And for the first time tonight, Monterey has the lead. It's 4-2.
Well, and that's one of the things that Coronado's going to have to do as they play this game, is they're going to have to isolate Aaliyah Chavez from the game. If they can contain her, then this Monterey team is going to have a lot fewer points than they normally would.
I was listening to Raymar Communications, Double T 97.3, the interview that they had with Coach Pliant yesterday. Of course, that's a great partner with Fox 34 News Now. And Coach Pliant said that one of the coach's siblings came in and was trying to play as Aaliyah in practice to give them a real look at how to defend her. You got to be in her face all the time, and that's their goal tonight. A traveling call goes against Coronado, and that's Celeste Landine.
Man, how do you play like Aaliyah?
You can't.
You can't.
Oh, yep, and there it is. We're under 4. It's a dead ball, and so we're going to have a media timeout. It is 4-2, a defensive battle early on, and we're going to take this timeout. Stay with us. We'll have more exciting action from 34th Street right after this on Fox 34 News Now.
My name is Isaac.
Hello, my name is Abby.
And I'm one of the many Lubbock ISD TV students bringing you tonight's live stream.
If you appreciate our coverage, we hope you'll consider one of our sponsorship opportunities.
Your support gives us the opportunity to travel to state and national competitions,
where we represent our entire district in audio and video production contests.
Last season, our students received multiple awards in Skills USA and the Student Television Network.
If you'd like to support us, contact Kenneth Dixon with the information on your screen.
And thank you for watching.
All right, it was one of the quickest timeouts in the history of timeouts. It's a 1-minute timeout. We like it that way because we're ready to get back to the action. 8th-ranked Lady Plainsmen taking on the Coronado Lady Mustangs. Carson, if you like defense, this is the game for you, right? So far, this has been a defensive battle, turnovers, and a lot of offensive rebounds, but not leading to new baskets.
One, I've already mentioned it. I love how Coronado is defending Monterey. They're going to have to keep this intensity on the defensive side of the ball this entire game if they want to even come close to winning this game.
The officiating crew was waiting on us to give them the thumbs up. I'll remember that for the rest of the broadcast tonight. But we're back underway here in the first quarter.
They're probably not used to taking media timeouts.
You got to think Monterey is, right?
Oh,
I think it's our third game with them this year. So Ambrosia Cole driving, trying to go reverse layup up and good. That takes some true talent right there and some focus, Carson, to be able to knock that down.
And those are really the hardest shots, in my opinion, that you could possibly make because you're going up and under, not over, but under the goal.
Well, and she had a defender's hand in her face, too. It was quite impressive. You see it here on the instant replay. Driving through traffic, remaining with control, and reverse layup up and in. Coronado, though, back with the ball here, down by 4. Trying to get something on the board. A left-handed layup, no good. Great rebound there, and great effort by Coronado to come away with it. That was Cameron Hill.
Stolen away by Chavez.
Yeah, Chavez coast to coast with the right hand, up and good. Aaliyah is now at 5.
And we see that from her so often. That is one of her signature moves because she is so fast. She can outrun everybody else that's chasing her down.
She's going to pick your pocket and then make you pay for it, right? Here's Hill driving with that right hand. Great drive, great determination. Cameron Hill, the freshman, getting some points on the board. You could see it in her face when she was driving to the basket, Carson. She wasn't going to be denied.
When you can see some players' eyes light up whenever they get such an opportunity.
Great baseline 3 opportunity there for Monterey. Shamari Wilkerson down low battling for it was Kinsey Johnson, but went off the hands of a Coronado Mustang, and he'll stay with the Lady Plainsmen. A triple for Chavez.
Wow.
With 2 defenders on her, puts it through.
And Coronado's going to have to get a lot closer to Aaliyah if they want to get in her face, want to force her to make bad shots.
That's what they want.
So far, they really haven't been doing that.
That's it. That was in the keys to victory tonight for Coronado. Was outwork Monterey, and then make sure Aaliyah takes bad shots all night. Rebound, Aaliyah. Going behind the back, another 3-pointer. That one goes off the back iron. Hill gets the board.
Man, her handles are
insane.
so impressive. She could be going full speed. It seems like she runs 23 miles an hour.
A deep 2. Good.
And yet she still keeps the ball to her possession.
Jayla McCutcheon rips that one down, has 4 points. Step back for Ambrosia. Ambrosia grabbing her eye, but the offensive rebound put back no good by Kinsey Johnson. If Kinsey Johnson gets going, Carson, this Monterey team is lethal, because if you could feed her down in the paint and feature her in your offense, it's going to be hard to defend a team like that. Blocked. Aaliyah sends it the other way. This has been a fun, fast-paced game that has involved a lot of defense, Carson, and a lot of high-level plays. You'll see here on this instant replay, she kind of just goes over the top and denies her.
Well, and I've stood next to Aaliyah Chavez, and she's taller than the average person might think.
Yeah, you know, your motto is 5'3" in a dream, and I think she's 5'10".
She's up there.
Yeah,
she doesn't seem like it.
And playing the point guard spot, you don't normally think that's going to be one of your tallest players on the team, but that's why she did the jump ball to start out this game.
I was about to say that.
Coronado looking to add some more points to the board, down by 5 with a minute and some change to go here in the first quarter. Stolen away again by Chavez. Dishing it down court to Ambrosia Cole. Getting fouled. Ooh, no, not getting fouled. Getting a lot of pressure on her, and that shot was rejected by Coronado.
But what a pass.
What a pass.
Full court pass.
Great court vision. A wide open 3 for the Stangs. No good. Monterey battling for the rebound. And it'll stay with Coronado.
So we've already mentioned it, Mr. Ward.
We've mentioned it.
We've mentioned it. The wide open looks that Coronado needs to take, they're taking them. They haven't fallen yet, but they're not out of this game.
No, and they'll eventually drop. High percentage shots are high percentage shots for a reason. Talk about a high percentage shot. Right-handed layup. Good by Aaliyah Chavez. She's at 10 now in the first quarter. She's coming off a 47-point performance last week against Coronado. Or not Coronado, against Lubbock High.
Well, she's averaging
and that's going to be a travel.
She's averaging 2.8 steals per game. She's already about to beat that this game.
Here's your instant replay of Aaliyah's bucket. You see her just stealing that one away. Going left hand dribble, finishing with the right hand. They're adjusting the scoreboard right now. You hear the coaching staffs near us. It is supposed to be 6-13, not 11-8. 6-13 with 31 seconds to go. You see Chavez directing traffic here, going with the right hand. A wide open look. It's the drive and kick. And that one's good. The friendly roll there for Zanaya Wilkerson. She gets on the board for the first time tonight.
And it just falls right on in after taking a couple bounces off the rim.
Coaches love that style of offense, right? Because it's complementary style, the drive, the kick. Coaches call it penetrate, pass, right? That was a great look there by a leader on this team. Cole, the floater, the last second, no good. And so that's going to do it for the first quarter action here from 34th Street, 16-6. It's been a lot of fun energy going on here tonight. You want to stick around because we have more coming your way on Fox 34 News Now. welcome back. You see Coach Pliant right there. Coach Pliant to his Coronado team, the message that he's been seeing, he's been preaching, get better and keep fighting and keep playing for each other. They're buying in and still competing. Coach Pliant wants his team to give everything they have and get into the mix for the postseason. You see him there, he's been coaching his team. And tonight, if they're able to get a win against Monterey, it would be a huge step. Oh, what a move, what a finish there by Ambrosia Cole. What a way to start out the second quarter.
And I love how tough she is around the basket. She doesn't always get every single shot to fall, but man, the effort is there every single time.
Great job by Landine there, shutting down Aaliyah Chavez's drive to the basket. Just her stepping in front of her right there was able to limit that attack and make her take a different shot, Carson. Great job by number 3. Stolen away by Monterey. This is their style of play, and that's good. Shamari Wilkerson, the junior, getting on the board for the first time tonight.
And we've seen this every single game that Monterey plays. They play fast and they play hard. And that's something that Coach Joe Schneider really teaches them in practice, is just playing, like you said earlier with Coronado, but playing with themselves, but also taking their opportunities, and they have a lot of them.
You see, I saw Chavez there, and there's a 3 ball. No good by Monterey, rebounded by Cole. She thought about driving in and kicks it out to Aaliyah Chavez. The elbow jumper, yes ma'am. That's automatic if you give her that much space, and Coach Pliant wants to call a timeout. And we're gonna take it, and we'll be back right after this. It's 22-6, Monterey extended their lead. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, we're back 22-6 now. That's our last media timeout for the first half, and so which means we're gonna get to watch some basketball here for the rest of the way until that final buzzer goes off. You know, assist to turnover ratio, Carson, is a big stat that a lot of people focus on, right? And Monterey is really good at that. They're really good at getting assists and not having a lot of turnovers. Tonight, they're forcing a lot of turnovers. Wilkerson banks that one off the glass. It's good for 2. Shamari Wilkerson now at 4.
Well, and we've already mentioned it 2 times. It's within playing with yourselves, right? You play with your team, you play within yourself, and that's how those assists come in, and that's how those turnovers come in, because then when you play as a team, you play better on the defensive side of the ball, and you force more turnovers.
There's going to be a foul right there. It's going to be called on Shamari Wilkerson. That's Shamari Wilkerson's first foul. Going to the charity stripe, as you see right there, is Celeste Landine.
Well, something that I want to mention, what not even related to basketball, is Monterey's uniforms.
Yeah.
They look amazing. I love an all-black look.
You also, you know, and I do want to mention this, Carson here is a senior at Coronado, and we talk about how big this rivalry is, and he's already shaking his head at me. He loves the powder blue.
It's such a good color. It can go, it seems like it can go with anything. You put it together with pink, man, you have an October uniform right there.
I love it. Landine locked down both of those free throws. A wide open baseline triple, no good. Landine gets the rebound. You see her slowing it down. A great drive to the basket, great move to avoid the defender, but not able to finish there was Jayla McCutcheon.
And that's what I was saying earlier about Ambrosia Cole going underneath the basket. That's such a hard shot because you have to avoid the underside of the rim.
A little fadeaway there by Leah Chavez, dishing it back out to a wide open Ambrosia Cole. Air ball. You see Aaliyah Chavez there trying to save it. You know, when you're that wide open sometimes, right, the basket looks bigger than what it is, and she came up just a little short.
Oh, for sure.
If you saw me out there trying to shoot it, though, it's an air ball 90% of the time.
Oh, if I'm out there, it's an air ball 98% of the time.
That's why we're over here, right? We're not out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 24-8 now here on 34th Street. Thank you for watching this game, being presented by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. Landine driving, not able to finish there with the left hand. And the ball's finally picked up by Monterey.
That was a great look, though, right there by Landine, just taking those high percentage looks. Like you said earlier, eventually these are going to fall.
Eventually. That was almost poked away there by Cameron Hill. Aaliyah Chavez failing the matchup. Euro stepping with the floater.
Wow.
Good. What a move. I think she embraces the challenge right there. She saw that the ball was almost poked out. Saw a little smirk there from her, and she went to work.
Well, and you can see the warrior within her. She turns around, looks at her coach, makes sure that she knows the play that they're wanting to take, fakes the pass, Euros up for the layup. That is, like, you can't teach that. That is just pure creativity.
The Euro step there, too, in the finish. Hey, on that last play right there, shout out to Cameron Hill right there. Going to work down low and battling. If she can have a big night tonight, this is one of those areas where Coach Pliant wants to take advantage of the mismatch, right? They have the advantage down low in the 5 and the 4 spots. First free throw good.
And it may not be evident with how often we see Monterey play, but height plays a huge factor.
Oh, absolutely, and especially whenever you get down the stretch in these big district games, and eventually, hopefully, the postseason, right? That your players are going to have to elevate their game even more.
Oh, yeah.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, we saw it earlier with Aaliyah Chavez. She's 5'10". Kelly Mora last year, one of their tallest players, and
now playing at Texas Tech.
Now playing at Texas Tech, waiting for her shot.
Holloway for 3, no good. Rebound, Monterey. Great job by Kenzie Johnson down there, getting the board, being physical, and getting the foul right there, and we'll go to the charity stripe. This is her first free throw opportunity today. Looking for her first points tonight. Now just off the front. Great crowd here on hand tonight, here on 34th Street. As usual, though, right? That's what we love seeing.
Well, and especially whenever it's Coronado against Monterey.
Absolutely.
You're going to have your friends and family come and show up.
Absolutely. Wilkerson gets, Johnson gets that second one to go. That's her first point tonight. 27-9 now, 3:55 to go. Coach Pliant calling out a play. The 3 ball, no good. So here comes Monterey, and they want to be quick in transition. And as I say that, Aaliyah Chavez slows down.
And that's something that a lot of defenses had trouble with when guarding her. They don't know if she's going to just drive in or if she's actually going.
And that's going to be a double dribble right there. Again, the freshman, Cameron Hill, they're going one-on-one with her there defensively. Not a lot of people can do that. And so that's even more impressive.
And I bet she probably has a chip on her shoulder. Hey, I'm guarding Aaliyah Chavez.
Oh, absolutely.
Not many people can do that.
No, and I think whenever she has the target on her back every night, and rightfully so, she's earned that right to have that target, Carson.
Oh, yeah.
And you're seeing it here with Cameron Hill as she defends her, right? Like, hey, this is my chance here. Let's lock her down. I think it just comes with the territory being the #1 player in the country, right?
Oh.
For class of 2025?
Yeah.
Here's Coronado going to be on the inbound pass.
So something I want to highlight real quick. I thought I was going to catch it, but
stolen away by Coronado, right? Real quick.
Aaliyah Chavez is at 14 points. That's her 1,000th point this season. Shout out to her.
There it is. Good job by Carson doing his research. That basket there by Shyla Blackwell, the leading scorer for Coronado, finally gets on the board tonight. It's going to be going the other way. That's going to go against Aaliyah. That's her second foul tonight.
You know, and as we're on the topic of Aaliyah Chavez, I want to mention some of her other season totals.
All right, let's do it.
She's had 100 straight assists, 100 flat. She's at 250 rebounds. She's at 73 steals, 19 blocks.
Wow.
She is having a phenomenal season.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to give you a shout out real quick because, you know, we were getting ready for tonight's game. This is the first time ever that we've had a student be on the headsets on Fox 34 News now. And this is the reason why you're here, man, is because you're willing to dive deep into the notes, study, and get right for the games, man.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
I've been singing this young man's praises now for 2 years now, right? How many games have we done together?
Man, a lot.
It's been awesome. It started out with us doing NFHS, the robot cameras, right, with 2 viewers to here, man. This is awesome.
Growth is what I call that.
Yeah, absolutely. Monterey up by 16. Ball's loose on the floor. Needing some help is McCutcheon. Great defense there by Monterey. It's Anaya Wilkerson there.
And that's something that Monterey's been really good at all season long, is their defense.
Yeah.
And you hear the saying all the time, defense wins championships, and Monterey takes that motto very seriously.
Well, they also say offense wins games, right? And they also are excellent at putting the ball in the basket.
They take those chances too.
Another foul called here, and this is going to go against Coronado. It's going to be Cameron Hill's 3rd foul. That's somebody, if you're Coronado and you're Coach Pliant, you don't want to see getting into foul trouble because she's had such a big impact here in this first half. Here's Ambrosia Cole. Getting it to Aaliyah Chavez, wide open 3. Off the iron. Johnson battling down low, trying to get the board, and it's Aaliyah Chavez getting it back. The short jumper, no. See Ambrosia Cole resetting the offense here. I like that.
I do too, because then it tells everybody, hey, we want to run a play. Let's figure out which one that is, and let's execute.
Coronado able to execute to get in the rebound after that missed opportunity right there by Cole. With 2 minutes to go here, you'd love to see them get a push. A deep 2, no good. They've been limited to 5 points here in the second quarter so far. The tenacious Monterey defense getting after it. An offensive rebound, though. That's what, when they get those opportunities, right? If you're Coach Pliant, you want to see them capitalize on that. Wilkerson getting it out to Holloway, pumping, and then kicking it back out.
And now we're starting to see the Monterey offense reset. Select that play that they like.
I like that play, a wide open baseline shot, and that's good. Putting that one through was Anaya Wilkerson. She's now at 5 for tonight.
Well, and the thing about basketball is that it's not necessarily always about what play you run, because oftentimes you don't have to run a play. It's whenever you reset that you really focus on resetting the play, finding the open man or woman, and just executing to the best of your ability.
So that's going to be a foul on Aaliyah Chavez. I'm looking at their board. I had her down. This would, for me, I had that as foul 3, but according to the board up there, that's foul 2 for her. That's another player you don't want to see get into foul trouble, right?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. If she gets in foul trouble, man, this Lady Plainsman is going to have to start leaning on some of their other players. But you know what? They are able to do that, but they would really prefer not to.
Well, and we've seen this season when she's gone down, the current player moving the ball right now has stepped up many, many times, and everybody around her has. Ambrosia Cole on the ground right now. They were looking for a jump ball, but Coronado comes away with it. Let's see what they can do here. Monterey putting some pressure. McCutcheon gets it down low. And that's going to go off of Cerna, and it will stay with Coronado. They're trying to feed Sierra Montez down low. They're trying to hit that the low post and try to get some points in the paint.
Well, and something I love about Monterey's defense is that they are playing so close to the offense, right? Mm-hmm. They could probably eat off the same plate, let's be honest.
Eat off the same plate. That shot was an air ball there by Montez. 21 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to slow it down and take the last shot of the first half.
And
Chavez trying to set a screen.
And a not as high scoring half as Monterey is used to. It's because Coronado has been playing really, really good defense.
Yeah, this has been a defensive showdown here in the first half. A last-second shot, no good. 29-12. Monterey on top of Coronado to end the first half.
I love how both teams are just dominating on the defensive side of the ball. We see that Monterey's up by 17 points, but you know, they could be up by so much more if it wasn't for Coronado playing such stout defense.
Well, and I'm looking for Coronado to get those those open shots, get them to knock down here in the second half. That's what I'm looking at. They've had a lot of open looks, but they haven't been able to capitalize on them. And that's, like you said, defense and missing opportunities. That's been the difference. Hey, when we come back, we'll have more exciting action here from 34th Street. You see the score. We're going to finish this thing off in the second half. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this on Fox.
March along, sing a song with the army of love.
Last year, 2022, I transferred from Kenya into the USA system. It was an abrupt change since I had just almost finished my 11th grade in Kenya, but had to come here and restart it. Apart from taking multiple AP courses, apart from taking dual enrollment courses, I also decided to enroll into the military. I found it when I was going through college fair, and in the college fair, just right there, Army National Guard, and signed the paper, went through training, and found myself here.
Left, right, left. Left, your left.
Time to sit down and get to know each other was here in my office, where I learned all about her and a little bit about her background and what she wanted to do.
You have a safety net. You don't just get booted. You won't get kicked out.
Believe in the state of California when she switched over to their guard. She went from E1 to E2 based off of time and grade, which means that she has met her requirements as far as time goes to be able to be promoted to E2. And I mean, with her dedication and things that she's doing, she has the potential to potentially make E3 before she graduates high school.
Until I finish my advanced training, I am doing drill sessions whereby 1 weekend a month I come here and we train and we prepare to go back into training. After that, I will have my specialty in wheel vehicle mechanics of checking tires, oil change, anything. When a vehicle breaks down, they'll bring it to me and stuff like that. At the moment, since I'm about to enter college, I am planning on going to ROTC and becoming an officer in cyber. There's almost more than 8 years ahead of me for my career in the military. So it has just begun and I'm still in processing, but the adventure awaits. A self-motivation. It means not giving up, because you will go through things that you would never see yourself going through, and it just means to persevere, to endure, and to remain open-minded and to remain focused throughout. To me, the Army means strong.
The Army's on its way.
I like the people I met in welding class, the teachers, you know, Ms. Munoz and Mr. Soto, they're good teachers. Shout out to them. They taught us everything we know, and yeah.
I chose welding because my cousin did it in Mexico, so I figured like I would want to give it a chance.
After I graduate high school, I want to go into welding school.
South Plains College came today and they were surgical techs and an instructor for sterile processing. They came to show us like what they do, and they also have like hands-on activities to see like what it's about and see if we want to do it like in our future.
I have friends at South Plains College who teach the surgical tech program over there, and they are here giving the students some information that they don't even know exists. So they are presenting their program. They have the surgical tech program and the sterile tech program, and then they have set up stations so that the students could practice some of the skills and the things that they do on a daily basis.
We would put this gown on.
I think it's important because it helps us like know what we want to do from like a younger age, so then we get more immersed in like what we want to do.
The biggest thing is your fingers can't come out.
Well, it's really near and dear to my heart because I actually met one of these surgical tech instructors at the hospital that I work at as an x-ray tech. And I learned that he started teaching at South Plains, and when I reached out, they made it happen real quick. So I love for our students to actually get to hear from professionals instead of just from me and the other teachers. You know, we can tell them all day, every day the same thing and how much these classes help them for future career options and how there's much more out there that they don't even realize exists. So to have people come in and show them and teach them is beyond anything that we could do here.
I think it's like one of a kind because you don't just go getting organs, like cow organs from just anywhere. And it's like special because there's like professional people who can bring them to you.
It's actually been pretty surprising, I think, because they didn't realize that there was such a thing as a surgical tech. You know, we often hear of doctors and nurses, and we need them, we love them, but there's so many other players in a healthcare plan, and it's just nice to introduce them to that and see that they've got an option, whether it be a lifelong career or a stepping stone to be able to branch out to different things.
I think it was fun, and I'm looking forward to doing suturing. I want to go to college and like, you know, get my undergrad over with and then go to medical school so I can be a surgeon.
12, great things happening at the ATC, but also great things happening here on 34th Street. Well, I guess the ATC's on 34th Street, 34th and Q. This is like 34th and Slide area. But a big game happening here tonight. It's a district battle for 4-5A. Let's get into some of our highlights from the first half, and we're going to start with Coronado. The Mustangs, you know, in that first quarter, Carson, you saw a lot of great positive things happening. Defense leading to offense, really good things, but they kind of stalled out a little bit in that second quarter, only scoring one basket in that second quarter. Their other 4 points coming from the charity strike. Monterey, though, had themselves a big first half with 16 points in the first quarter, and then, of course, 13 in the second quarter. The defense really locked down for Coronado in that second quarter, but Ambrosia Cole had a good first half. And then, of course, another big name that had a big first half, Shamari Wilkerson, as well as Anaya Wilkerson, and then, of course, Aaliyah Chavez. She's at 14. You hear the buzzer going off, Carson. It's go time here.
It's go time. This game has been everything you could have imagined for both sides of the ball. We've already touched on both defenses, but both offenses, I mean, or specifically Monterey's, has been playing particularly well. It's a tongue twister right there.
That is, yeah.
But maybe not as many points as they have been in the previous halves, but you got to remember a couple weeks ago they were averaging 68 points per game, and you know what? They're almost to half of that.
You know, right now Monterey has been on a roll coming into tonight, as that basket by Landine is good. That's her 4th point tonight. Aaliyah Chavez is one of the biggest players, but it is one of the biggest players on this team, height-wise as well as point-wise, as you see her drive to the basket, finishing strong. That puts her at 16. But that size doesn't matter, right? They're a team that is finding their roles and finding their groove, and Coach Schneider loves being with this team and seeing them grow and seeing them progress as they become a cohesive unit.
Well, and something that I've noticed this year compared to last year for Aaliyah Chavez is that last year Chavez shot a lot of three-pointers, right? She still has this year, but she's also taking her chances closer to the rim and fighting inside the paint more often.
Yeah, she's using her elite level ball handling skills to create some lanes, find some gaps in the defense, and driving closer to the hoop, and as you would say, high percentage shots.
I rave about those, don't I?
You do. 3-ball here for the Stangs. Ripped it! Sierra Montez puts that one through and gets her first points tonight.
And that was big for Coronado because, like you mentioned, they scored very little this second quarter, and now they're already starting to make a name for themselves here in the third.
Yeah, they're a minute and a half into this third quarter, and they've scored more baskets than they did all of the second quarter. The fast break by Landine, making the right decision right there to go off and throw it off of Chavez's legs and live another day.
And sometimes that's what you have to do, especially whenever there's that big of a height difference between Chavez and Landine. Obviously, Landine knows that she's not going to be able to go over Chavez. She's going to have to go around her or through her. But, I mean, honestly, through her might not be an option for her either.
No. You see Landine there with the ball. Great defense by Holloway. Driving to the basket, blocked. I couldn't tell if it was blocked or if it was a charge there, but either way, it's going to go with Monterey. I think it was a charge. That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, you see Holloway down. Great job there by the defense, and that's showing commitment right there, Carson, right? If you take the charge, it shows you're willing to lay your body out on the line for the team. Chavez for 3, puts it through.
Well, and something that most people don't necessarily,
stolen
and that's
by
stolen.
Chavez again. Oh, the in between the legs, up and in. She's got 7 points this quarter. That puts her at 21 for tonight.
Wow.
That was impressive. That's when you know the game has slowed down for you, whenever you could do those kind of things mid-play. So the foul's going to go against Monterey. Shamari Wilkerson is going to get called for the foul. That is her second. Here's an instant replay of, as our producer says, her fancy shot.
It was that. It definitely was. She goes under the legs for the layup. Normally you see that with the dunk, but you know these girls are not going to dunk. They're just going to lay it up and get the easy points.
That was great. I couldn't imagine doing that. So
I just don't know how you train your legs that much to give you that much air.
Well, and like the game is so fast, right? And like she is aware enough to be able to know, like, hey, I have this fast break, I can do this. That's even more impressive to it. And if you're going to do it, you have to finish, and she was able to.
Right.
Hill driving, not getting that one to roll. I love her aggression right there, Carson.
I just love the aggression overall by both sides of the ball. I mean, that's what really makes women's basketball what it is, because every single one of these players are scrappy in their own way.
Wilkerson there pops, locks, and shoots, but not able to finish. The foul's going to go against Chloe Cerna, though, as she was battling for the rebound. That's going to be Chloe's first foul tonight. And sometimes that's how you make your presence felt in a game, right? You're showing your grit. You're showing that you're fighting down low. Even though you haven't had any points on the board, right? You're fighting to get those boards, and that's how you're trying to make your impact.
Well, that's really the intimidation factor that kind of plays into basketball.
And a ball rolled onto the court right there. It looks like it came out of the tunnel, and that's what stopped the play. A little red inflatable ball. Looks like somebody was playing dodgeball in the tunnel over there.
They might have been, or they might have just been throwing around. I know I was one of those kids back whenever my sister was on the bomb squad for Coronado. I would go into the spare gym or even somewhere where not a lot of people would be, and I would be throwing around the ball with my friend.
Maybe like a tunnel over there?
Maybe.
Leads to some, to another. Oh, and that's going to be a turnover there. A little miscommunication. Aaliyah Chavez comes away with it. Slowing down, the high arcing three.
Bang!
Puts it through. I was waiting for Carson to say bang.
I know you were.
She now has 10 points in the third quarter, totaling up to 24 tonight.
And it's hard not to highlight her. She is a walking double highlight reel. You can name
sometimes triple-double, right?
You can name
We'll
5
see if she
different
can do it
names.
again. That one goes off the iron. Monterey's battling for the board. Players are on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball, it looks like. Oh, no, Cameron Hill is down on the court right now. They're calling for the training staff. She can't even get up, Carson, and man, that is awful to see. You hate to see that for her. You know what, we're going to take a break. We're going to call a media timeout right here, and so we'll be back on Fox 34 News Now right after this. The score 39-17. All right, welcome back. You see her there. She had to have some help getting off the court by her coach, Coach Pliant, the training staff there. We wish Cameron Hill a speedy recovery, and hopefully it's nothing too bad. You know, I want to talk about Coach Pliant since they're talking with the officiating crew right now. He is a Lubbockite through and through, and he came to Coronado as a freshman coach about 4 years ago, and he worked his way up. He's grateful to be here, and he's loving having the chance to coach this team here tonight. So shout out to Coach Pliant here tonight. Wanted to give a little background on the coach, right? Why not?
Oh, yeah. That's just what adds depth to the game, you know?
Right. They say that's what our job is, right? In the TV world, the audience can see what's happening on the game. It's not our job to do, you know, like a radio play-by-play, right? Where we have to paint the picture. The picture's already there.
Right.
We get to fill in the gaps. You see Landine. Some great ball movement. Moving the ball around. A three. No good. That three was by Montez. It was a little too strong, and quickly back down the court is Monterey. Between the legs, driving, getting right underneath the basket, and getting that one to go. Her night continues to get better and better, Aaliyah Chavez.
And we see that time and time again for her. It's just her taking control of the game.
It's the court vision. Like, she knows what lane is open and where she can go and where her teammates are going to be. And that goes, you know, to the time they spend together in the gym and, you know, continuity and playing with each other. They're finding their groove like we talked about moments ago. A three-pointer?
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. Ripples the net, tickles the twine. She's at 15 in this quarter alone. Total 29.
Man. She's having herself a game.
Yeah, she had 47 the other day against Lubbock High. 44-17 now. Monterey starting to extend this lead here.
Well, and we've already touched on it. Chavez is averaging 38 points per game. She's doing very, very well.
On path to maybe pushing that number closer and closer to 40, right? Man, that is so impressive.
As long as she keeps doing what she's doing,
yeah,
she's going to reach it.
Absolutely. Coach Bryant calls timeout, and so we're going to stay here. We're going to stay here, and we'll continue to bring you some awesome coverage here from 34th Street. Let's talk about some of the district games and matchups that we're going to have, or maybe actually our future schedule. Let's do that, huh?
All right.
We have another game coming your way on Friday here on Fox 34 News Now. It's going to be David Thetford and Coach Randy Dean on the call, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be around the same time, around 6 o'clock. As I'm saying all of this, I can't seem to find my schedule, but I'll have it for the boys' game coming up. Of course, Carson, you're going to be giving up your headset momentarily. We're going to have another student on the call coming your way in the boys' game. It's going to be Diego Molinar.
Diego Molinar, man, I love that kid. He's just, he reminds me of me because he is willing to put in the time and the effort to get game notes and to show up and to at least try, you know. And one of his goals that's actually posted on your wall in your office is that he wanted to make a career out of this. And I strongly believe he can, as long as he's willing to do what he's wanting to do.
I saw you reading those notes on my wall today, and I love that. That was a great tidbit right there, Carson.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, and he has found that. And I'm going to quote another teacher, Mr. Reimer in our program. He says you can hear his smile through his voice.
Oh, yeah.
He just sounds happy, and so I'm excited to have him on the headset. But again, once again, man, pumped that you're here right now and that we're bringing everybody this game on Fox 34 News Now. All right, we're back underway. It's a quick 30-second timeout. The energy level that was there after that first half with the Coronado faithful that are sitting directly behind us has kind of been suffocated by the third quarter that Aaliyah Chavez, the ball handler right now, has had. Dishing it down low to Johnson. Great pass there, trying to feed it to the post. Johnson not able to finish there, but will go to the charity stripe.
Well, but why wouldn't the noise go away? Because, I mean, to be frank, this Monterey team has just outplayed Coronado at every single aspect. If Coronado has hit the open shots that they've taken time and time again that we said are going to fall eventually, this game would be a lot closer, but those shots not falling is really what's been the difference maker between these two games, or two teams.
Well, and in this third quarter specifically, you've seen Monterey put the gas pedal down. If I'm trying to use a car reference here, you know, maybe the first half was cruise control. This is not. You know, you've seen them elevate their game. The switch has been flipped here in this third quarter because they had 29 points at the break, and now they're at 44. So they've come alive here in the third quarter.
They sure have.
Speaking of coming alive, here's Chavez.
Wow.
Puts it through. She's at 18 in the third quarter, and Coronado's at 17 total for the game. Great spin move. Whoa, what a move there by Shyla Blackwell.
Well, and I don't know about you, Mr. Ward, but I know how I'm keeping my notes for points. I'm about to have to start a new row underneath Aaliyah's name.
You are doing it differently than I am, and I like the way you're doing it. I might update my game. Some substitutions checking in for Coach Pliant's team. Here's the last bucket here by Coronado. Shyla Blackwell, you know, that's patience right there, right? She could have, you know, tried to immediately drive, but it was that little stutter right there that made Aaliyah bite going the other way.
Well, and sometimes that's all it takes is a little stutter or a little misstep, but it's a planned misstep, and that can really throw your defender off.
Three ball no good there by Coronado. And so Monterey's kind of slowing it down here.
And this is what I love about how they play, is that they play very fast, very often, very much of the game, right? But then they can just slow it down at any moment.
Right.
And both ways of play style work for them.
That ball goes off of Coronado and is going to stay with Monterey. Your favorite player is checked in, Carson. I know you love the way Aaliyah Luna plays, the tenacity that she plays with, the excitement that she plays with. You know, you feel her energy the second she gets on the court.
Well, she is the definition of scrappy. I mean, I don't know what everybody else sees, but I know whatever I see, it's telling me that she's pretty scrappy.
Offensive rebound by Monterey. And you hear Coach Pliant here telling his team and urging them to battle for those rebounds. And that's Coronado that comes away with it. Shiloh Blackwell here with it. 1 minute to go in the third. Wide open for three. Back iron, no good. You see Monterey, they're kind of playing off on the defense there, Carson. Feeding it down low, no good. Aaliyah Chavez in transition, 3-on-1. Can she finish? She does.
Was that even a question?
It was 3-on-1. The odds shouldn't be in your favor right there, right?
Well, I'm sorry to say it, but Chavez finds a way to make it in her favor.
Absolutely. That's why she's the #1 player in the class of 2025, right? Here's your instant replay of that bucket, right? You see her right there. She knows that she's got a shot. That is impressive. Well, right? She knew when she needed to take that center step. She held the ball close, not allowing the defender to get a hand on it.
I was about to say, that's something you can't teach. That's just instinct. Tucking the ball, making sure it doesn't get ripped away from you. And there's another two-pointer.
There's another floater right there. She's at 22 points in this third quarter alone. Before that, so her total now 36 points for the ball game tonight so far.
And we've already mentioned it. She's averaging 37.9, or if you just want to round up, make it 38.
Make it 38.
I mean, she's about to beat that. Let's be realistic.
Well, and there's the rebound, feeding it to the outlet. That is Aaliyah through the legs, up and in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter, 53-19. I'm going to have to do some quick math in between the break so I can get you the official numbers, but what a run by Monterey. We'll be back with more on Fox 34 News Now, right after this. All right, 53-19, your score right now. Carson, what if I told you every point in that third quarter came from #2, Aaliyah Chavez?
I'd say I believe you.
Well, that's exactly what happened there in that third quarter. Unbelievable players make unbelievable plays, and if you haven't had the chance to come witness her in action, you're missing out, because this is a once-in-a-generation talent. Three ball, no good. Johnson battling.
She's definitely worth spending your money for some nachos and sitting in the stands and, snacking on them.
I would get nachos, I would popcorn, a three ball.
And it rolls. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, the friendly roll there, another three. That puts her at 41 tonight.
Well, it's official. I'm on a new roll for Chavez.
There's a confidence and a swagger, you know, like you know when she shoots it's going in. That was a great shot there. Way to extend your arm out right there by Shiloh Blackwell. She's now at 7 tonight. I'm just in awe watching. You know, you see us on TV. I did not saying anything, you know. It's just we're watching greatness here on Fox 34 News Now. A second chance opportunity, no good by Wilkerson. Great job there by Landine to poke that ball away.
Well, I think watching is an understatement. We're admiring over here on the court side.
That's what it is. Opportunity there by Montez, not able to finish. Grabbing her nose right there, might have gotten popped in the face. Back in transitions, Monterey. The fadeaway. It's good.
You say it so casual because, yeah, it's good.
It's good. She's at 5 points already for the fourth quarter. 57-21.
We're only a minute 33 in.
This is a lot of fun. Like, if we had a camera that is pointing at us this game, you would just see me smiling, because
Oh, I see it. Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Carson's living it. Up by 36 is Monterey. If you're Coach Pliant, what do you do here? You just continue like, hey, keep going, right?
Well,
that's got to be the mentality. That 3-ball good. That's the first start right there. Sanaya Brown, a freshman, getting her first minutes tonight.
Well, if I'm Coach Pliant, I'm telling my team what we're doing is working. We just need our shots to fall, and unfortunately, they haven't been.
Great pass down low to Shamari Wilkerson. One, you got to be able to limit what number 2 can do.
Yeah, I would start double teaming.
What percentage do you think she's shooting at tonight? Because it's got to be an impressive over 50%. Over 50%
oh, for
easy.
Sure. Over 50. I would say maybe 70, if not higher.
Oh. Let's see what she does here. Slows down, kicks it out to a teammate. Wilkerson for 3 from the top of the key, no good. Rebound, Chavez. The putback.
And gets the roll.
There's going to be a full timeout called by Coronado, and we're going to take it. We're going to take it. Score now 61-24, and it'll be our final media timeout of this broadcast. We'll be back with more from 34th Street as the Lady Plainsmen are on top of the Lady Mustangs on Fox 34 News Now.
And we're back. Welcome to 34th Street again.
Yeah.
We've already welcomed you, but we're going to welcome you again, because why not?
Yeah, why not? It's the Ward duo up here on the headset. First time ever that a Lubbock ISD TV broadcast team, talent-wise, has had the headsets on, and we're so honored to be able to do this. We're so grateful for the team at Fox 34 News Now that gave us the green light to approve this, because what we're trying to do is produce professionals, and by doing this, you're giving a platform to Carson here to get real practice. And we're so grateful for Fox 34 News Now for letting us do this. Stolen away there. Gotten back, though, by Coronado. And a 3 by Landine. Great shot there. She is at 7. You wanted to highlight somebody, Carson?
Yeah, we've mentioned a lot about Aaliyah Chavez. Well, I want to flip scripts to the other Aaliyah.
You know, it kind of threw me off because they spell their names the same.
The exact same. It's so weird. But you know what? Aaliyah Luna is one of those, I've already mentioned it, she's a scrappy player that really gives it her all. She doesn't get the most minutes per game.
She comes off the bench and plays vital minutes, though.
But man, she is having a stellar year so far for herself. She has 131 points, 70 rebounds, 20 assists, 23 steals, and as small as she is, she has 3 blocks on the year.
That means you're getting after it on the defensive end.
That
3-ball rolls in and out.
That's called taking advantage of the opportunities, right?
Absolutely. Sanaya Brown got credit for that Coronado basket moments ago as the Mustangs are back on offense. Love the player shout out there, Carson. Great stuff. It's at 62-29. We're under 4 minutes to go here in this big game. Of course, we'll have another one coming your way right after this. And there's a triple. I'm looking at my roster here, and we don't have a number 20, Carson, so...
we don't.
Big three-pointer there, though, before Coronado.
And that's what they needed. There's a three-pointer by Aaliyah. Again, this one Chavez.
I was looking down at my stats right there. Okay, so that puts her at 48 points tonight. So that makes her go over what she tallied last Friday against Lubbock ISD. She had 47. This puts her at 48 tonight. And there will be a foul on her right now. That's her third foul tonight. I jumped the gun earlier. I thought she had 3 fouls in the first half, but after going and talking with the scoring table, it was Wilkerson that had the foul.
Oh, I gotcha.
Because Wilkerson's 12, and they were holding up the 1-2, and I thought they were just holding up the 2.
Right.
That free throw's no good. Trying to see. That second one, no good. That was Markel Joyner there.
Well, and we're seeing a very similar pace to this last game of last season when Monterey beat Coronado from, I think it was 81 to in the 40s, mid-40s. We're seeing that here again tonight with Monterey being at 65, Coronado being at 32. They're doubling Coronado's points.
They are. They are, and again, it's coming down to them knocking down shots, and then they flip the switch here in the second half.
They sure have.
Baseline jumper, yes, ma'am. That puts her at 50. That is a great night.
I think great's an understatement, Mr. Ward.
Yeah. Block down low in the paint. Great defense by Monterey. Denying that one was Triana Richardson. Ambrosia Cole slowing it down. Driving with the right hand, getting that one to go. She's at 7 tonight. Yeah, you really want to see her get going, right? Because that's another big-time playmaker you have in your arsenal for Monterey.
I love the way she plays because she doesn't. I mean, she scores a lot.
She's poised.
I mean, the thing with Monterey is that Aaliyah Chavez scores so often that it seems like everybody else doesn't score that much. But she might not score that much, but she makes every second, every minute of her playing time count because she is really that guard that really just pounds you in the teeth in the paint.
I'll tell you, 18.5 points is a lot of points per game.
Oh, it is.
And so she does have great point scoring ability. I just love her poise. You could just tell nothing rattles her, you know?
And only being a sophomore, that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Rebound, Monterey. They're trying to keep the tempo moving. Keep the game playing it at their speed, the way they like to play it. A 3 ball from the corner here by Wilkerson, a little strong. Trying to feed it back to her. And it's stolen away by Coronado, minute 45 to go. Driving with the right hand from the free throw line. Charlotte Blackwell gets her 4th point in this quarter. Total for tonight, she's at 9. What do you got, Carson? You were thinking.
I was, but now I'm second guessing myself.
It happens. Some more substitutions checking in right here.
We're starting to see some, like you said, some substitutions, but specifically Aaliyah Luna. I want to see her get going.
Looks like Chavez's night is done. So she's going to the bench, and I believe she's going to have 50 tonight exactly in the scorebook.
And there's just one word to
sensational.
Describe. Sensational.
Yeah, you give me your one word.
Stellar.
Stellar. Outstanding. Oh, and one. Ambrosia Cole finishing strong with the right hand. Yeah, no, I'm sorry I took your one word line right there, but that's another great play.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I see the smile on your face. I know I'm smiling.
Here's Ambrosia Cole. Her 2nd trip to the free throw line, 1 for 2 today. Doesn't get that one to go.
I'll tell you what though, Lady Plainsman basketball is really fun to watch.
Oh yeah. And we're very lucky to be able to bring this to everybody here at their homes and across the South Plains as we're on Fox 34 News Now tonight. See Blackwell there surveying the defense. And again, Ambrosia Cole poised, right, locking down the defender. They go down low to Shyla Blackwell. Not allowing her to get any close.
Well, you know, ultimately, poise comes down to coaching. And when you
feed off, yeah, from your top, right, yeah.
And when you have a 20-something year coach.
This is year 26 for Coach Schneider.
26, like, wow. Like, you're gonna tell me you're coaching a basketball team for 26 years. That poise from your players comes from your calmness, from your presence, from your coaching, from your teaching. That comes from, well, Coach Jill Schneider.
Yeah, it comes from the top down, and as the high school students would say, it comes off of the energy that she puts off, right?
Oh, yeah.
Brosia Cole coming with, step back, trying to get a three, no. Great board there by Montez. You can tell she went up there and she wanted it. Trying to go coast to coast with Sanaya Brown. She's gotten some good minutes and big minutes here in this fourth quarter for Coach Pliant. She scored 4 points so far in this fourth quarter, and it felt her in this game in the fourth quarter. You could tell she's here tonight. She's put her imprint in the fourth quarter. There you go, that's what I was trying to say.
Imprint, there you go.
First free throw good. She's now at 6. Second one, rattles in. 7 points tonight for the freshman. I like seeing that. Freshmen getting some playing time tonight. You know, you look at these two rosters, Carson, they're very young teams. Coronado has 2 seniors on their squad. Monterey has 1. So what does that tell you? Next year when we're here again, sitting in these very chairs, well, I'll be here. You'll be off in college doing great things. But we'll be seeing a lot of these same names.
For sure. And that just gives you a chance to, well,
I'll be smiling again.
You'll be smiling again. You'll be getting used to these names. You'll be getting used to their playing styles. You know, that just goes by commentating them and watching them. And
I love going to practice because I think practice tells you a lot about the teams.
Oh, yeah.
And how they operate and all of that. And I think you learn more going to a practice than you do seeing the games, which seems backwards.
It really does, but you're not wrong, because that's where you learn the plays. You know, that's where you hang out. It's not just practicing. You're hanging out with your teammates. You're building chemistry, which is imperative in sports.
Absolutely. Blackwell gets both of those to go, and it's going to be 71-38 will be the final score here tonight in this one. Monterey improves to 7-0 in district play. They're going to be 24-5 on the season, while Coach Pliant and Coronado falls to 0-7, 10-19. Carson, final thoughts on this game tonight?
I love the defense by both teams. They really just showed that, hey, if you stick close to your opponent and to your man, then you're going to have success. And we saw that with Coronado limiting Monterey to really a couple of points in that first quarter. They were playing stellar defense, forcing them to take shots that they didn't want to take, and ultimately that fell apart as the game went on. But, you know, the defense has been amazing from the start.
You know, you talk about how the start of the game went. Monterey didn't take their first lead until the 4:30 mark of that first quarter. So it tells you how great of a start Coronado had. I want to thank you, though, for tuning into this first broadcast. Stay locked in, though, on Fox 34 News Now. We'll have the boys part of this second half here tonight from 34th Street. Carson, great job. Proud of you, dude.
Thank you.
What a way to tip off our coverage here tonight. We'll be back right after this on Fox 34 News Now with the boys game.
Hello, my name is Henry.
My name is Angel. My name is Lily.
I am one of the many Lubbock ISD TV students learning professional broadcast skills right now.
We have the opportunity to work with professional equipment during our high school sports coverage.
Learning skills that have allowed many of our students to work college sporting events with professional networks.
If you appreciate our coverage, we hope you'll consider one of our sponsorship opportunities.
Your support will help our program continue to grow, providing funds that allow us to learn using the latest broadcast and streaming technologies.
If you'd like to support us,
Contact Kenneth Dixon with the information on your screen.
and
Thank you for watching.
Hello, my name is Nevaeh.
Hello, my name is Isaac.
Hello, my name is Abby.
And I'm one of the many Lubbock ISD TV students bringing you tonight's live stream.
If you appreciate our coverage, we hope you'll consider one of our sponsorship opportunities,
Your support gives us the opportunity to travel to state and national competitions.
Where we represent our entire district in audio and video production contests.
Last season, our students received multiple awards in Skills USA and the Student Television Network.
If you'd like to support us, contact Kenneth Dixon with the information on your screen.
And thank you for watching.
Hello, my name is Emma. My name is Lily.
My name is Henry.
And I'm one of the many Lubbock ISD TV students.
learning professional broadcast skills right now.
But we also do a lot more.
We have many student-produced shows
that allow us to grow our video storytelling,
producing, and hosting skills.
You can check out our work at any time at LubbockISDTV.com.
Or follow us on your favorite social media platform. We're on Facebook,
Twitter,
or X, or whatever they call it.
Whatever they call it nowadays.
Instagram,
And don't forget Threads.
And of course,
Lubbock ISD YouTube channel.
if you like our content, please show us.
By hitting that thumbs up button.
Even better, share our stories so people can see the great things happening in Lubbock ISD.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Now back to the game.
I like the people I met in welding class, the teachers, you know, Ms. Munoz and Mr. Soto, they're good teachers. Shout out to them. They taught us everything we know, and yeah.
And I chose welding because my cousin did it in Mexico, so I figured like I would want to give it a chance.
After I graduate high school, I want to go into welding school.
Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in. Big alley.
The following is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swinging a miss, struck him out.
And we're back here at 34th Street at Coronado High School. If you hadn't had enough basketball already, we got another second round of entree in store, right? It's the boys' time this time as the Coronado Mustangs host the Monterey Plainsmen. Devin Ward here alongside Diego Molinar. We had Carson take the headset off, and here we are with Diego. Of course, you can expect the same level of professionalism as we're training and producing professionals. Diego, pumped to have you here, man.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to get into this rivalry game here. Ready to have my first lick of commentating basketball, so I'm very excited to get into it.
Yeah, he shined in football. You can hear his smile through his voice, and we hope you get to hear that here tonight. Some people say natural, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Hey,
I hope so.
We'll see.
You know, Carson pointed it out in the first game that his goal this year was to find a career, and we think we found it here, and we hope you get to see it on display here tonight. Of course, this is two very big games that we're broadcasting here tonight. The nightcap is the guys in both of these teams coming off big wins, and they're looking to get another one here tonight. District games are so important, and you know this as a baseball player yourself. Anytime you see district game on your schedule, you better suit up and bring your best.
Right, you circle that game, and you know that you got to bring your A game because these are the games that matter the most.
Absolutely, playoff seeding is so important. Let's get into some of our standings for the guys' game as we're getting ready to tip things off here from 34th Street. You see at the top, Abilene High 4-0, Lubbock Cooper right behind it, and right in that middle of the pack is Monterey, Coronado, and Lubbock High. And so each time you play, you know, one of these games, they're so pivotal to be able to move up as where you want to be in the standings, because you got to be in the top 4 if you want to make the postseason. So let's get into some of the names that you need to know coming into tonight's broadcast. And we're going to start with the visiting team. A name you need to know is Carter Bafcoon. Carter Bafcoon is the leading scorer for this team. He's a leader, and he's elevated his game this season. Loves to drive to the basket. Watch for him to get close to the basket, pump fake, get the defender up in the air, and get that and one call. He is so good at getting to that free throw line, and he shoots the free throws at a high rate. Another name you need to know is Cha-Ching Cash Lewis. Diego, what do you know about him?
Right, he's bouncy, and he is super fun to watch, man. He can dunk, he can block and defend, but watch out. Don't leave him open on the perimeter because he will knock down the 3-ball. He's a well-rounded player that has a ton of experience at the varsity level, and it shows.
Oh, definitely. You can see a little confidence and a little swagger to him, especially after he dunked. We got to watch him last Friday. You know, he had that look.
Right.
Diego knows the look. He had that look. I know. Let's go to the home team. Grant Gilmore. Dude is a flat-out baller. He loves to shoot the 3, and this young man is the guy that can knock down that 3. He's a guy just like everyone on this team that is committed to playing defense, great at blocking the ball near the basket, and has the ability to go vertical. Grant Gilmore, watch out. We're going to get into our starting lineups momentarily. One last guy that we want to get into, Taylor Stamps. Stamps' name has been around here for a while here at Coronado, and you got some tidbits on Taylor.
Right, and there's multiple plays for Coronado that revolve around Stamps that have him open at the 3-point line because he can knock it down at any given time.
Yeah, he came up here and talked to me pregame, and he's like, what do you know about us? And I said, I know I'm highlighting you tonight in our pregame.
Right, you love to see it.
And You do love to see it. That's what he said. He was so excited that we were previewing him tonight. Let's get into our starting lineups. Shout out to our awesome producer and our great team in the truck for getting these awesome graphics ready for us tonight. Starting lineups for the Coronado Mustangs. Grant Gilmore, a 6'1" point guard, getting the start for the Stangs. Dom Parrish, a force at the power forward spot. Zay Perkins, another point guard. He's a junior. Willie Parker is going to get the start as well, and I know I'm missing somebody. It's Taylor Stamps. I remember he's getting the start. On the other side of the court for Monterey and Coach Joshua Davis in his third year, Jalil Brewer, guard. He's a senior getting the start. Number 2, Cash Lewis. He's a captain, and he's a senior forward. Will Collier, man, he can play. He's playing the guard spot. Look for him. Luke Arrington, the starting quarterback for Monterey, is in the starting lineup tonight, playing the 4 spot. And then Carter Bavcoon, another captain on this team for Coach Joshua Davis, looks to make some big plays here tonight. Diego, what excites you about this matchup here tonight as we're getting ready to get things rolling?
I look on the court and I see a lot of multi-sport athletes and a lot of athletes ready to compete. And this is a deep-rooted rivalry here that we got. And
Absolutely.
They're going to go all out on this game.
So what should you expect when both teams are on? Let's talk about defense. When you see Coach Joshua Davis, you know, when he played for Monterey back in 2007, his mindset was, if I score 21 points, or if the player he's defending scores 20 points, he better score 21. That was his defensive mindset. Nowadays, his defense is all about getting great pressure on the ball and limit them to clean looks. Coronado, when they're on defense, they look to pressure you. They will press and suffocate any team that they play against. So look for constant press defense for Coronado. On the offensive end, Monterey, they do a really good job at sharing the ball. Interior passing is where they shine. Look for the offense to move the rock and find the open man. Coronado on the other end, they love fast break buckets and shoot nearly 40% from the 3. Tip-off is here. Diego Molinar, Devin Ward here on the call. We thank you for tuning in. See Zay Perkins, an LISD TV former student there. There's your stat of the day. Diego liked that stat.
All right, that's interesting, man.
Dom Parrish setting up the screen and ripples the net, tickles the twine. Grant Gilmore puts that one through.
And we just talked about Gilmore, how he can get open, shoot, do everything, and he just displayed his active talent there.
He literally needed a foot of separation, and he knocked it down. You know, this season, we got to do the hype video this year, Diego, and Gilmore was so fun to interact with. Great pass down low to Luke Arrington, and he gets that one to go. Gilmore thought about shooting it, driving it, and gets it over to Zay Perkins. See Stamps calling for the ball. Gilmore's the one that shoots it. Off the iron, no good. So back comes Monterey. Collier for 3. No. The rebound is going to go off of a Mustang. It's going to stay with the Monterey Plainsmen.
You see these two teams getting active very early, getting some very open shots, and it's good for the rest of the game as Carter Bavcoon goes up for the tough bucket, gets the 2.
Yeah, he does. You love the aggression that these teams are playing with. You know, both teams want to set the tempo of this game. They want the other team to play to their speed, their pace, and they're trying to set it here early.
Right, it's all about controlling the floor. Who can control the floor the best? Just like in boxing, who can control the ring? It's the same concept.
Absolutely. I love that reference. You know I love boxing. That's a great reference there. The rebound goes to Monterey. Getting it out to Collier. Coach is telling him he should have shot it. To Bavcoon underneath the basket. That's what he does. He's going to get fouled and go to the line. Carter Bavcoon, one of the captains of this team, will toe the line here. Looking to get his 3rd and 4th point of the night. Gets that one to go.
And as a captain, you want to influence your younger underclassmen to go up there, use your body, go up there, draw a foul just like how he did. Shows the pure athleticism there and just the game knowledge as he knocks down the other one.
Yeah, he's now at 4. We're going to see Monterey on defense. Last week against Lubbock High, the Plainsman defense was outstanding. They forced 9 turnovers, leading to many fast break buckets. Dom Parrish gets that one to go. If you're the Monterey defense, you don't want to allow interior passing like that. Going back to their defense, though, is Cash Lewis is going to get fouled. I liked when they played the zone. Diego. They didn't allow Lubbock High to attack the basket. They were solid on the glass, gathering 31 rebounds. Monterey did. It was a good defensive night for the guys from 50th Street, and look for them to do that again tonight, right? Coronado has faced a lot of teams that play zone defense, and they've struggled a little bit with that, right? So look for Monterey to do that tonight.
Right, you want them to break that zone quick, and from the looks of it, they have it a little figured out. You know, they've accepted their weakness and they've built off of it, and that goes back to practice. That goes back to watching game film.
Here's Cash Lewis, the second free throw. That one doesn't go. Bafcoon tries to go back up with that, looking for the foul, doesn't get it. Here's Taylor Stamps on the other end. Yes, sir. The senior, standing at 5'11", plays like he's like 6'11" right there, and gets that one to go. Bafcoon loses it, and it'll go the other way with the Stangs.
Right, you saw there Taylor Stamps use his body to get a little bit of separation, made him act like he was going inside, but really just pulled up a little bit, used the glass to put that in for a nice two.
Zay Perkins surveying the defense. You see the Plainsmen going into that zone. It's a 2-3 zone. Great pass to Taylor Stamps. Wide open for three, too strong. Rebound, Willie Parker. Over to Gilmore, another three. The second chance, no good. It's gonna roll out of bounds and go with Monterey.
But they're getting the open looks that they want, and that's what you want as a coach. You want to get those open looks, because at the end of the day, basketball is a game of failure, and you're gonna miss more than you make.
It's like a lot of sports, right?
Right.
And it's all about the mental side of it, right? How do you overcome those misses? Do you let it carry over to your next shot where you're thinking twice about it, or you just let it rip?
Right, you got 4 quarters of play. We're in the first right now. You can't just dwell over two, 3 shots.
Bafcoon, pivot foot, looking around. Gets it to Collier. And that's gonna go out of bounds. Turnover there. Looking at Coach Ernest Mims. He's in his 4th season right now, leading the Mustangs, and he has done a lot of great things with this program. I am a huge fan of Coach Mims. You know, when we were getting ready to do the hype video this year and I sent the email out to all the coaches, he was the first one to respond, right? He was opening the doors to us, and we're so grateful for the access that he allowed to us. Stolen away by Carter Bafcoon. 1v1 right here. Trying to get the foul. You hear somebody in the background yelling and one, and didn't get the call. Kicking it out. A high arcing three off the front of the iron. No good there. That was Logan Jack. Jacking that one up. Just a little short.
It's a little short, but like we keep going back to those open shots.
They will eventually
fall. They will fall.
If it was me shooting them, they wouldn't fall. But for these guys that are in the gym every day, they will fall.
Right.
You know, I wanted to highlight this young man that's with the ball right now, Jalil Brewer. You know, when you're looking at your game notes and you're trying to come up with somebody to preview in the preview show, you know, you have to limit it down to 2, right? Because you're limited on time. But Brewer is a guy that you need to know as well. He is very athletic, and he can do a lot of great things, as DJ Williams right there puts that one in. Lovato fighting for the ball right here, and it's stolen away by DJ Williams. We'll see a dunk. Oh, short. You hear coach in the background shoot a layup. You know, in pregame, he was knocking those down, Diego. DJ Williams stealing that one. Great pass by Lovato to get it back to Williams, and one.
What a great take there. He knew exactly where he was, put his body in a great position to put it off the glass to get an easy 2. Now he goes to the charity strike for an and one here.
Absolutely. Tip your cap to Ryan Lovato right there. Great court vision to be able to get it back down to his big guy and let him work.
Right, it looked like he was going to take a floater, maybe even a shot, but instead he dished it out down low.
And there's our first media timeout. That's a dead ball under 4, so we're going to take it. It is Plainsmen on top of Coronado, 10-7. We'll have more exciting action from Coronado High School right after this on Fox 34 News Net. we're back 7-10. You see DJ Williams will pick up right where we left off. He's going to miss the end of the and one, but Bafkoon puts it back up and in. He's a force, Diego, to be reckoned with down low in the paint.
Right, and you want to see your captain, your senior, going after those tough free throws right there that normally people don't go for.
Right, yeah, those tough interior shots. And, you know, those, like Carson said a lot in that last game, right? And like I say as well, the high percentage shots. When you're that close to the basket, you have a better chance of knocking them down. And so why not be aggressive and drive? And that's what he's really good at.
Right, and he knows his strengths. He knows how to help his team the best, and that's exactly what he did. He got the rebound, just put it right back up in the interior. And he's going back to work in the interior.
Yeah, the little fadeaway, good. By Carter Bafkoon. He's now at 8 points to start out this game.
And he's hot, and you love to see your captain like that. That just gets your team that way.
Little step back Jimmy Jack there by Zay Perkins. Rebound Willie Parker. He's going to work down low, and he gets another offensive rebound. That's blocked by Williams. Rather, he hit him in the hand there, and he's going to go to the free throw line. You talked about dual sport athletes. This is one of them right here. He was great on the gridiron this year for Coach DJ Mann as he knocks down that first one.
And you just these athletes here, they don't limit themselves to only one sport. They're willing to help their team, whichever team, their school, in whatever sport they need.
Second one's no good. He gets his own rebound though, something you don't normally see. Trying to feed it down low in the baseline, and it'll go out of bounds. See a lot of substitutions coming in for Coach Davis's team. Looking at our stat sheet here. You're thinking, but I can't read your mind, so we're gonna keep going. Great job down low right there. A great pass, feeding it to Cheston Mitchell Jr., the freshman. He gets on the board for the first time. Driving, too strong. Parker with the board. I like this, Diego. Like, there's a little bit of contact, right? But they're letting them play through. Great finish there again by the freshman. He's at 4 now.
And he's seeing it. He's breaking away the defense. He's looking at the interior. Lovato brings it up with the little floater there.
Yeah, he's seeing it.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time, a lot of times, for players to be able to have the court vision. But as a freshman, he's seeing it. Stolen away there by Brewer. It'll be poked out of bounds by Gilmore. There'll be a foul on Gilmore. That's Grant Gilmore's first foul of tonight. It's another fast-paced game. You know, the one we just watched with the girls' game it just seemed it was up and down, and we're seeing it here again. Tempo,
right.
tempo.
And that's what comes with those district games. It's a little bit more pressure. You know, you just got to slow the game down. Slow the game down.
There's Gilmore. He got up there. Just a little too strong. Rebound, Monterey. To Bafkoon. No finish, but the putback is good. That's Espen Garcia with his first 2 points. Name of the night right there.
Yep, Espen. Spelt ESPN.
Love it. You hear the fans here tonight. Great dish down low. That's Cheston Mitchell Jr. He's at 6. Lovato's pocket was picked. Here's a dunk opportunity for Gilmore, or a layup. I'll take that. I get all excited, think it's going to be a dunk, but he made the right choice laying that one up and in.
Right, and you just got to take the points at the end of the day. Oh.
Yeah, Arrington had his pocket picked right there. Backside defense. Getting it over to Lovato. The freshman poking that one away. Contested shot by Bafkoon, no good. And quickly, we're back on the other way. Both these teams, they're trying to run each other out of the building with how fast they're going. That's the style that they both like to play, and they both take great pride in that. And a triple, good! Grant Gilmore. He's at 8 of the 19 points for Coronado. Lovato making his way through traffic. That's blocked. And here's Taylor Stamps on the other end. Arrington going to play some defense, but doesn't get there in time. You wanted to be entertained. Here it is tonight, Diego. This is a great one. Last second three, no good. And that's going to do it for the first quarter, 21-16.
And this is a great, great, fast-paced game here. And Monterey was up for most of the quarter, and Coronado just made a heck of a run to take the lead.
I'm out of breath after that first quarter, but we got to take a pause. We'll be right back after this on Fox 34 News Now. All right, we're back 21-16. Diego and I were talking during the break. This is everything we could have wanted, right? Just super fast pace. The intensity is here, and we're so glad to be bringing it to you.
And talking about the intensity here.
Ooh, the putback off of Brewers. Missed right there by Arrington. That puts him at 4 points. Keep going. What was your thought?
Speaking on the tempo and just the whole intensity part of the game, I bet you they train for this. They want a fast pace to control the floor.
Oh! Ripples the net, tickles the twine. Grant Gilmore feeling mighty fine tonight. He's at 11. Man.
What a shot.
The confidence.
That was a deep three. That was a deep three.
NBA range kind of stuff, right? Collier dishing it back out to Cash Lewis. You see the captain there. Looking around.
Good ball movement by Monterey. Oh,
and
Taylor Stamps.
Yeah, Taylor Stamps pokes that one away, and it's Willie Parker that ends up with it. Playing some point over to Gilmore. You can hear the anticipation every time he shoots it. The stands behind us is ready to erupt.
And I can see it through my peripheral vision. Everyone's standing up, holding up the three, wanting it.
That's when you know you got a special player out there, you know?
The fans have confidence, and he has confidence in himself.
It's going to be a travel. Jalil Brewer took one too many steps. Coronado, though, right? They got to like what they've gotten going here. And you talked about the tempo. That's what both of these teams take pride in. They train every day to be able to be the last man standing, right? A little sidestep three. The putback by Stamps. Kiss it off the glass for two.
Just finesse on that putback there. He knew exactly how hard he needed to shoot it off the glass, and that was just great awareness of where he was and how hard to shoot that.
Stamps is at 6 points tonight. Yeah, you see a lot of great cutting and trying to find the lanes down low, but turnover there as Gilmore comes away with it. And that's going to be a walk. Right, that's what Monterey likes to do, right? They like to pass the ball around. They like to have a lot of movement leading to, you know, passing down into the lane, finding the guy cutting. And right now, Coronado's been able to stop it.
Right, and I've seen a lot of off-ball screening, and what Coronado has been able to do is switch off their man easily with great communication, is what I've been seeing. Is they're off-ball screening on the wing there from the big man, and they're switching off.
Bafkoon fighting right there, trying to get some space. I said space, not space.
Hey, yep.
That's what happens when you have a hot mic, right? See Coach Davis right here in front of us calling for a screen. Bafkoon down low and one. Carter Bafkoon now at 10 points and showing how he can be a big force down low in the paint.
That's what you need.
Well, you know, you're looking out there, and, you know, usually guys that are big forces like that down in the paint stand 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and up, right? But he's not a small guy by any means. So I don't want to say, you know, but he doesn't pass a center eye test. He passes a guard eye test, but he plays like a center, and you love that.
Right, when you get your senior, your captain to adapt to new positions, maybe one he's not used to, then it goes for the rest of the team. Like, if he can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
And that just shows great leadership in Carter Babcoon there.
You know, the new wave of basketball is the positionless basketball, right? If you're a big, you need to be able to have good handles to play the one sometimes. And maybe that's what he's doing, right? He's just playing into the way basketball is changing in the world. You got to be a positionless player. Stamps dishing it over to Gilmore. Gilmore driving. Too strong, gets his own board. Arrington with a hand in his face. But Gilmore won't be denied.
Got his own rebound there.
Oh, blocked there by Gilmore. Cash Lewis. Stamps for three. This has been the Coronado half right here, or quarter.
They got all the momentum going into the second quarter. They're looking to keep it. You want to keep all this momentum here.
Willie Parker's going to get called for the foul. Some players checking in now. Collier with the inbound. You see them calling the plays right here in front of us, and this is really awesome to see, Diego, is, you know, how the coaches interact with the players and how they call their games.
And the play develop.
Yeah. Great pass by Don Parrish to Stamps. The left-handed, not able to finish. Parker with the board. There was 4 plainsmen right there, and you see Willie Parker giving everything he has. That's a testament to that young man right there. That is impressive.
Right, he's doing everything in his power to benefit his team. Whether it's diving on the ball when it's on the floor, that's exactly what he showed there, just a little bit of contact. You love to see it.
Who was the foul on? I didn't even see. Was it on him?
Yes, it was.
So that's his second one of the night. He's got 1 point, 2 fouls, but his impact down low in the paint means more than that. Collier for 3. Just a little off.
Talking about that,
he likes that
down
baseline
there.
spot. Did he get the board?
He got the board.
Oh, the finger roll by Taylor Stamps, no good. Don Parrish will go to the free throw line. He was fouled by DJ Williams. Don Parrish might be a name if you're a football fan that you remember. He got to play some snaps at quarterback this year. Oh, and we're at the media timeout. These officials are on it tonight, and we're going to take it. We're at under 4, 28-20. Coronado on top of Monterey. We'll be back with more exciting action, some high-flying action, right here on Fox 34 News Now. To 20, you see the Coronado bench right there. This season, the Coronado bench has been super impactful, Diego. They've come in, they've won games by contributing in big ways, from points to defensive effort. They've made a big impact on the depth, and that will go a long way with any program. Doesn't matter what sport. If you have good depth, it's going to take you places, and Coach Mims is very lucky to have that this year.
Right, and when you can rely on players off of the bench and you rely on your starters at the same time, it just makes the lineups go easier, and it makes everything flow in one.
I want to give a shout out to our officials tonight. You know, we were talking about how they called that media timeout. They've been on it. This has been a very experienced crew, and so I want to give a shout out to Anthony Williams. He's the lead official here tonight for this guys game. Jack Squires, and then Eric Chadwick. You know, I was trying to get some information out of them. You know, we don't get to see these basketball officials very often. And I was like, hey, tell me something fun about you guys. And it was it was Eric Chadwick. No, Jack Squires, I apologize. He told me his favorite thing is to do is go fishing. And that's all I could get out of him.
Hey, fishing is fun.
I was like, you know what, I like it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll have a good game,
any
man.
answer we can get. Any answer we can get, we love it.
Don Parrish doesn't get either one of those to go. And so back comes Monterey. Stolen away quick. It's the freshman. Trying to drive into the paint, will get fouled. Cheston Mitchell Jr., 6'1" freshman, is a very, very impressive player, Diego. He's not playing like a freshman. He's got some confidence to him. You know, nowadays in basketball, right? When I was a kid, you played pee-wee basketball, you know, and then you made it to middle school and high school. Nowadays, it's similar to you in baseball. You got travel teams, and that kind of helps with the confidence of these players as they're getting big minutes very young.
Right, and it's great experience for them going into their four-year careers, 3-year careers, whatever it is. When you come in as an underclassman and you get that experience, you get the taste of it, and you get that want factor, and you want it more.
Well, and then, you know, in those travel ball circuits, you're playing the best. And one of my favorite sayings is iron sharpens iron, and it's going to make you better when you play the best.
Right, and when you play the best against the best, and like I don't doubt that some of these guys, being from Lubbock, they played against each other growing up.
Oh yeah, that's why this rivalry means something.
Exactly.
It's personal. It's kind of like anytime, you know, you're a 3-ball here by Collier, no good. Rebound, DJ Williams. Can he finish? Just a little strong. Again, another rebound. Man, offensive rebound after offensive rebound, and it's going to stay with Monterey. That had to be 4 or 5 different chances there, Diego.
And we talked about the gritty and the grind of this Monterey team here. We also talked about Cash here.
How bouncy he is.
Yeah, how bouncy he is.
And you see the bounce there as he's battling to get the boards, right?
2 of them. He got 2 of them there. And, you know, just that little bit of bounce is what got him those rebounds over everyone else.
That's why he was one of the top targets in football this season for Coach Thrash, right? Because as they feed it down low to him there, it's because he can get up there and make plays. Trying to go fast is Coronado. Somehow they managed to come away with it right there. The rebound goes to Carter Bafcoon. Some quick passing to get to Brewer, but he'll reset the offense. I like that right there.
Slowing the game down. Slowing the game down. Make it on your tempo. You don't have to go with them because, of course, they want to force a
they want
turnover.
You to go fast.
Right.
They want to pick your pocket and go the other way. The reverse lay-in by Brewer, no good. And it's going to stay with Monterey. Trying to get that offensive rebound was Connor Lee, but his foot stepped out of bounds, and Monterey's going to get that one. Arrington's going to check into the game for Cash Lewis. You just kind of tell by the way Cash Lewis runs, he's bouncy, you know?
Right.
He's got that little hop to him. And we're gonna have a full timeout, but you know what? We're gonna stay here. You like that, Diego?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into what's next for us on our schedule, because we have a lot of exciting things happening here on Fox 34 News Now. Our next broadcast is going to be Coronado visiting Lubbock High. That's going to be coming your way on Friday. And then the next time you're going to see me and a student on the air will be Abilene High taking on Monterey at Monterey next Tuesday. So we have a lot of exciting action coming your way on Fox 34 News Now. Diego, do you like soccer?
Love soccer.
I want to give a soccer shout out. We had to all of our soccer student athletes, especially to the Monterey boys for winning the 5A, 6A bracket of the Germ Blast Lubbock ISD Invitational. They defeated the Pirates from Woodrow 2-0 in the championship game. And in the 4A title game, the Estacado Matadors lost to Borger on penalty kicks. The game was tied 2-2. They went to PKs and they lost to the Bulldogs 6-5. But a major shout out to both those squads. The Germ Blast Lubbock ISD Invitational had 48 teams that included teams stretching from El Paso to the Panhandle and out to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So major accomplishment, and a shout out to our school district for putting on an awesome tournament.
Right, and when I last Friday actually, when I was doing sports for the show, we mentioned that, and I actually looked into it, and it was very interesting. There's a lot of teams, a whole lot of teams in that, and for Monterey to come out, this shows how good they are.
Very good. Arrington getting that one to go, and he'll go to the line for an and one. No, you're right. Yeah, well, and then on top of that, they're playing in these temperatures outside. Soccer is not an indoor sport, it is an outdoor sport, and so those elements of, 7 or 8 degrees with the wind chills of -15, I couldn't imagine being outside.
And with how cold it's been here in Lubbock, playing in that, and you've got to think that they're used to it, but man,
there's no way
hard
you can
when
be used to it.
it's hard when you get out there.
There's no way. 29-22 now after Arrington gets that tough basket to go, but misses the and one.
You see a lot of off-ball movement here, trying to get someone open, a cutting lane or a backdoor lane, anywhere.
Right. Of course, they love to shoot the three. They shoot it at a high percent. I was looking at some stats for the Coronado offense. Like anybody, they're going to have some off days, right? I found some games where they shot 30, 25% from three, but consistently across the board at some of the games I was looking at, 40, 45%. That's a high volume of threes, and if you can knock those down on a consistent night, week in, week out, and when you have shooters like Coronado does, you're going to have some success.
Right, you'll have success anywhere, and that three ball is so important to the game of basketball. And when you could, like you said, when you knock it down at a high percent, it could be dangerous. It could be a weapon.
Yeah, because three adds up more than two, and that's why the Warriors dynasty is so good, right? Because they had some knockdown threes.
Yeah, it truly changed the game.
We're going to hear from our officials right here. Yeah, there's going to be a foul. It's going to go against number 15, Carter Bofkoon. That is his first foul tonight. And that's going to happen. When you play with the intensity that he does, down low under the paint, that's going to happen. He was guarding two players at once right there.
I saw that kind of in the paint there, just trying not to let any of them get the ball, and it actually worked there.
It did. It went off of him, and so it's going to be a wash, rinse, repeat, copy and paste. Another inbound play. Stamps had the honor of passing it in. Dom Parrish going to work down low. Yep, I'd keep feeding him. As you see that double team coming, it's going to be a jump ball. Bofkoon all over him there.
Great awareness by the Monterey defense to see that he was wide open, and he actually had the matchup he wanted, so they went and got the help defense there in the interior.
Yeah, you see multiple plainsmen there, and that's part of that zone, right? You see somebody, you see them crashing down on that zone. You see them coming for some backs of help. Taylor Stamps pops, locks, shoots, too a little short. And he's fighting for that ball, and it's going to go with Monterey.
And maybe that's the momentum switch that they needed there. Got two really good stops on defense, and then get the ball here. Looking for a good basket here. Get the momentum on your side now.
We talk about stacking success on a lot of our broadcasts, and you're exactly right? You get one win, now it's time to get the second. Is this the third? It is. Jalil Brewer gets his first points of the night. And that's, again, stacking success. You talked about it, Diego. Good stuff.
You want them to build on that momentum.
Absolutely. Stamps slowing down a little bit, looking at his coach for a play. I'm anxious to see what coach called up here. Great job there by the Coronado player for snagging that, otherwise it would have been going the other way. Oh, great stutter step. Out to Gilmore. The pause and the three. In and out. Bofkoon, 34 seconds to go, gets it to Brewer. Gilmore playing some good defense and not allowing that to turn into anything. That ball's tipped. A lot of bad passing happening right now here, Diego. Willie Parker. Yep. That's his first basket of the night. He had one free throw. He's at 3. Right place, right time.
Right, and as a Mustang, you got to feel good about that. With all the
Lovato, the last second three, puts it through. Ryan Lovato getting his first basket of the night. And that puts a different feel a little bit going into halftime, don't you think, Diego?
Right, instead of down six, you go down 3.
And you got a little mojo.
Exactly.
And
all it takes is a little bit of momentum to get it going.
Right. Thoughts on the first half, Diego? This was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was very fun.
All right, so there it is. The last replay of Lovato, and that's going to do it, 31-28. Mustangs on top. Can they defend home court? We'll have a half to see if they can. We'll be back with more right after this on Fox 34 News Now.
To the first ever Lubbock ISD local show in our brand new AgriStem facility. Today we are basically showing off what we've been working on for the past few months. It is our local show today. It's where all the schools at the Ag Farm get to come out and show animals.
And we will have students from all 5 high schools participating today. This is kind of a practice show before they go to Lubbock County in January, and then of course the Texas Major shows this spring. So this is just a good way to get them some experience in the ring with the judge. They kind of can see what they need to fine tune before Lubbock County.
It's definitely a lot more warmer in here. It's a bigger arena and it's just so much nicer, and we can have enough room for pigs and goats and everything. I really enjoy it. It's going to be very exciting. I just can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
This is a culmination of a big vision by that bond committee and our district leadership, just a dream come true. We're so grateful that we have this facility for these students to have this kind of an experience.
So I was able to set up the arena and the pins the other day, and I just love how much more room we have and everything, because our pin was like half the size last year, and so it's just a lot bigger facility. It gives us more room for our animals and everything.
It's just a great space, lots of room for growth. We're building barns right next door, and so next year everything will be over here. So we're real excited about that.
I'm very excited. That's going to help me pursue what I want to do in my later years of life, and it's just going to prepare me for what I want to do. I want to be a game warden. I love getting to come out to class here every single day. I learn more about the agriculture industry every single day, and I plan to go to agricultural law once I graduate, and it's just taught me so much about how agriculture is the foundation of everything and how it basically built everything. Like without it, we'd be naked, hungry, as they always say.
You know, agriculture is one of the cornerstones for Lubbock, and we're proud to be a part of that. And I believe that our community, our stakeholders have really shown their support by building this facility. We had that banquet the other night with ag teachers from all across the region, and there were a lot that had their socks blown off. So it's just a great space, but we're just getting started. The future is really bright. Our partnership with Texas Tech, we're right here on the Texas Tech campus. There's just a lot of opportunities in the future, and so we're really excited about that.
LISD TV will return after this short break.
After returning from the winter break, students taking courses at the ATC experienced something a little bit different than their usual classes. ATC Principal Ann Archer explains what the ATC is and how this day is important.
So the ATC is a career and technical education campus. We serve students from all 5 high schools. Students come over here for a minimum of 2 periods a day. Some stay all day long. They can take courses in everything from culinary to welding to automotive to healthcare, so that they can either, you know, just learn some good skills to have for everyday life. Or a lot of students leave our campus with some kind of license or certification and can go directly out into the workforce if they choose to after graduation.
Students experiencing new opportunities and stepping out of their comfort zone is very important. The ATC is primarily for helping students to get experience and learn skills for specific jobs along with everyday life.
Today at the ATC, we are focused on cross-curricular activities, meaning we have paired up our teachers or our classes with other classes that they wouldn't normally work with. You know, we have healthcare classes working with plumbing and automotive classes working with TV classes, or culinary also working with automotive classes. We wanted for our students to see that employability, job skills, and just basic everyday knowledge can cross over into other areas as well.
Through this activity at the ATC, students were able to learn how classes can interact. Just like in the workforce, students see that a lot of jobs go hand in hand, and seeing another point of view when working together can produce a great outcome.
To Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in. Big alley.
This is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
To Coronado High School, home of the Mustangs, as they are hosting their crosstown rival, the Monterey Plainsmen. 31-28. The score tells you the story of this game. It has been a pretty fast game, some great defense at moments. It's been intense. That's the best way I can describe it.
Right, it's been so fast-paced and so just gritty is the word I would describe it as, is gritty. It's whatever team wants it more is the team that's going to win.
So you're currently looking at the Little Mustangs right now, and Diego and I had a blast watching these young men out here, you know, shooting. Some of them, they got a bright future on the hardwood, I'll tell you that. You can tell that this is not their first rodeo shooting the ball. There was one young man that, the way he did his layup,
I've never, a little Euro step.
Yeah, you never like, man, that was an awesome layup. It was an awesome layup.
It was an awesome layup.
That was awesome. And it was a great halftime. It was middle school night here, so we got to see McKenzie, we got to see Irons, and some of the Astros from McCool out here today. And so it was really cool. Let's look at some of the highlights from the first half, courtesy of our awesome team in the truck. Of course, our team in the truck is students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV, and I know we got some great stuff from the first half, right? Absolutely. So here's our highlights. See Carter Babcoon. What a first half by him. He's at third. No, that was Grant Gilmore. Carter Babcoon. He's at 10 points from the first half. There you go. But he was a great force in the paint. His impact is felt. The and one opportunities for him. A little fadeaway. Looking like Dirk a little bit right there. I know you saw a Mavs game the other day.
Right, yeah. We talked about his appearance down in the interior paint there. He's got to play up to his.
That's his style.
Right.
That's his standard.
He's got to play, and like you said, he passes the guard test, and he
plays like a post.
He's playing like a post, and that's what you love.
Yeah, and here's the Coronado offense. You see some of the ways they've been able to move the ball around. Great cuts in open lanes. A lot of three-pointers. Grant Gilmore went off. You see him here, a deep NBA range three right there. He had himself a good first half, and it's been Coach Mims has had he's been coaching these guys hard. Same with Coach Davis. They've been very vocal, sometimes a little animated, and that's what you want to see because they're invested and they want to. These games are so important. It's district.
Right, and when a coach is all in, your team is all in.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want out of a head coach. You want a motivator, and you want someone that'll push you to be the best. And when you see your coach fighting for you on the baseline, then you want to go and fight for your team.
Let's look at, since we have a little bit of time, let's look at some of the standings in district play and see, why this game is so important. Right now, Monterey is sitting in that 4 spot in District 4-5A. Coronado 1-3, Lubbock High 0-5. But when you want to be able to find your way into that top 4 spot, this as a baseball player, Diego. It's a little chip at a time. Get a win here, get a win here, and you can find yourself. And so you're going to see these guys putting all their chips on the table like a game of poker and going all in.
Right, and it's game by game. Because if you look at the big picture, sometimes it can get overwhelming. But you want to go game by game, little by little.
Look in the mirror, see your challenge now.
Exactly.
I like it. We're back underway. Carter Bafcoon fouled instantly, going to the line instantly. That's what that young man loves to do.
Yeah, drive to the paint, make something happen for your team, whether it's draw a foul, whether it's get an and one, get a bucket, just some way help your team out.
This is his 4th and 5th time shooting at the charity stripe tonight. Doesn't get that one to go. Could have been the old announcer jinx. But that's what he loves to do, right? This is his normal spot. This is where he feels like himself, right here, just feet away. Gets that one to go. He is now 3 for 5 tonight from the free throw line. Again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight on Fox 34 News Now. The first time ever that Fox 34 has allowed us to provide the on-air talent tonight. Diego is the 2nd student to ever wear the headset, and extremely honored to have you on here. Diego he's earned the right to be here, and I love having you here, man.
I appreciate that, Mr. Ward. Thank you for the opportunity of getting me up here and letting me, showcase my talent a little bit.
Yeah.
Put this on a resume one day. You never know.
I'm going to go to bat to see if I can get you on here again. That'd be awesome to see. Of course, baseball season right around the corner, and you're currently listening to the starting shortstop for the Westerners. Double block there by Dom Parrish, trying to go for the trifecta. Did he get it, Diego?
It was actually Willie Parker who got that one.
Great block there by Brewer as Gilmore tried to take that one coast to coast. And believe it or not, we're back going fast-paced once again.
It's exactly what we expected coming out.
Gilmore for 3. Too strong. Collier with the rebound. Gets it here to Bafcoon. One-on-one with Parker. Trying to see who the foul is going to go against. It's going to go against Willie Parker. I think that's his 4th foul. That is his 4th foul. That's a guy you don't want to see get in foul trouble because of his, like we talked about tonight, his impact that he makes on the defensive end, getting the rebounds off of the glass.
Just a tough player.
And setting screens on the offensive end. He is a pivotal player. And, it's not going to fill the stat column, right? But his impact when he's not on the court is felt.
No, for sure, and that's a guy there that'll do the dirty work for you, set screens, get boards, go up when no one else will, and, to see him in foul trouble, but I bet you somebody will step up on this Coronado offense and defense.
Absolutely. Stamps driving, trying to go under the basket, and back quickly comes Monterey. Gets it to their guy, Bafcoon. He loses it as he's in the air, still underneath the basket. Cash Lewis, second chance opportunity. Offensive rebounds have been key tonight, Diego.
Right, and there is not an out-rebounding matchup going on right now. It's just a contest. Who wants it? And when the ball's up there, they go get it. Who wants it the more? Who wants it the most?
And that's what it seems like, right? Rebounding is a lot of mental grit. Who wants it? That little extra. Foul's going to go against Luke Arrington. That's his first foul.
And when you play hard, when you give it all, when you put it all on the court, for instance, fouls are going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's part of the game, right? Whoa, that went around like 4 times before it went in.
And we talked about coaches going to bat for their team.
That's what we just heard.
That's exactly what we just heard there.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard it through our microphones, but Coach Davis going to bat for his team. See him here. Lewis thought about shooting it. That pass was deflected. Collier somehow comes away with it. And there's another foul down low in the paint. It's going to go against Dom Parrish. You see more coaches coaching their guys. Dom Parrish, you know, he was great playing quarterback this year, right? In his time that he got to play, he was a running style quarterback. And you see his size and his stature, and it fits perfectly for basketball as he was trying to defend the paint right there.
Right, really stepped up in his role as a football player, playing whatever position you wanted in. Here, basketball
wide receiver.
Too. Right, and he's played both post positions, center and power forward, and I wouldn't doubt he's checked in as a small forward.
Oh wow, you rarely see that. It rolled in and then rolled out. Gilmore getting double teamed. And it's going to go with Coronado. Arrington there, I guess whenever he was laying it all on the line, it went off of him and went out of bounds.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're laying it all on the line and you're doing everything in your power to get that ball to your team, I mean, if it goes out of bounds, then okay, you know, this is
you
the
live
next
with it.
one.
Yeah, you live with it.
You live with that one.
You gave everything you had.
Exactly.
Gilmore, the jumper, no good. Wow, Brewer got up there right there.
Right.
To get that rebound.
Oh, great rebound.
Can he finish with the right hand? He does. Jalil Brewer gets his 5th point of the night with some fancy handles right there to finish at the cup.
Fancy handles and fancy footwork. You are stepped around a defender there. That was a very impressive active athleticism there.
And it was that touch, too, at the very end.
Yep.
Gilmore thought about it. He picks up his dribble. Stamps, goes behind the back and nearly loses it. Brewer was the last one to touch it. We had a great angle on that.
Oh yeah,
we had a great angle.
Yeah,
we had a great angle on that. And we're gonna have a media timeout. The officiating crew is on top of it once again. 33-31, Coronado holding on to this lead, but man, Monterey has come out striking here in the 3rd quarter. We'll have more exciting action from 34th Street at Coronado High School on Fox 34 News Now. All right, welcome back. Here is our instant replay of Brewer here, showing his athleticism again. I'm interested in knowing what his vertical is. That is impressive. He got a couple feet easily up in the air there, Diego.
Easily, yeah. Just to go over that defender.
Going to work was the freshman, just coming up a little bit short right there was Mitchell Jr. DJ Williams to Bafcoon. Man, they're featuring him a lot tonight. The putback second chance opportunity, good by Espen Garcia.
Man, a lot of fast breaks going on, a lot of fast break scoring, and as well as fast break defense.
Diego, we're tied.
And we knew it was going to come down to this. This is just a great game, great rivalry.
It's one of those things that, like, you know, we looked at the graphic earlier about the standings, and we mentioned it in the girls' game. These guys have played each other for so long. Flush the records out the book. Doesn't matter who's having the better season, because this is going to be a great game no matter what.
Right, and there was that press that you were talking about.
You saw it.
Yeah, there was the press that you were talking about. It's a tie game, and they're going into it.
And Brewer gives Monterey the lead here I want to say one of their first leads of the ball game. It seems like Coronado's been on top since the start. Mitchell Jr. That was a great little stutter step, but Garcia was on top of him. Stamps, wide open triple. Little off, and it's Cash Lewis with the board. Garcia, great pass by Bob Kuhn to find the wide open Espen Garcia. And Uncle Momo is on the side of Monterey. The momentum's all with the Plainsmen.
Bob Kuhn drawed that defender in right here. As you take a look at the replay, draws him in and passes it in just enough time to get Espen Garcia that bucket there.
He drew the double team, and you know, when you run the offense through a guy like Bob Kuhn like that, where the defense knows he's going to go to the cup, I better get in front of him. It's going to leave the drive and kick wide open.
Right, and that's just an easy off the glass two-pointer there, just a gimme right there that gives them momentum. As you were talking, a lot of momentum.
And this has been a pretty fun swing of events. Right at the halftime break, it was 31-28. Monterey hit that big three right before the buzzer to cut the deficit from 6-3. But since then, Monterey's found their mojo, and this has been their ball game.
It's been their quarter so far, and there's been people to step up like Espen Garcia. He had 2 last half, and now he has 4. He has 4.
Look at Espen Garcia's face right now.
Oh yeah,
that is a focused individual
Who
right
wants
now.
It?
And a lot of times that's what it comes down to. Who wants it?
Exactly. Especially in games like this, rivalry games like this, close games, fast-paced games.
Gilmore with it. The left hand pulling up for a deep 2. No good. Parrish with the board. Wide open is Gilmore. Can he do it? No. Cash Lewis with the board. Brewer about lost it. Coronado's looking for a foul. Espen Garcia wide open underneath the bucket once again.
That's 6 this half. He's got the hot hand. Keep feeding him.
He knows where he needs to be at all times.
Big time player there, making big time plays.
Coach Mims trying to light a spark in his team right now. You see him,
right?
He's talking to the officiating crew, but
we talked about this, going to bat for your team.
He's got a fire in him. That's what you got to do, right? And like your players feed off of that, right? There's a time when to go to bat. And Coach Mims is doing it right here, trying to reignite that fire that his team had to start this game as they're down by 6. What a run here by Monterey to start the 3rd quarter. And there's a foul on Brewer. No. Jeremy Lemons there. I think it was an illegal screen. See here, you see Coach Davis in front of us calling out a play called face. I wonder what face is.
No.
All these, you know, there's all these different kind of lingos. Every program talks differently. Every play is going to be differently. I love, and that's the nerd, sports nerd in me, right? I love hearing all the different lingos.
Of course.
Espen Garcia, they're trying to continue to feed him. That ball will go out of bounds. I'm gonna give me something that the Lubbock High baseball team says that is just uniquely Lubbock High baseball.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot here, Diego, and I didn't even give you a warning on it.
No, yeah, hey, it's all good. So,
but don't give them all the details.
Right. So we have the colors, of course, that, you know, can call a play. You know, you never know who's watching. I mean,
don't give it away.
You know,
you should see Diego's face. We're not getting. Coach is watching. We know that.
No, yeah, Coach. Hey, Coach, if you're watching, Coach.
This is your captain right here speaking, and he is not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm staying solid.
Staying true. We're gonna have some free throw opportunities here for Cheston Mitchell Jr. It's his 2nd trip to the free throw line tonight. He is 1 for 2 so far.
He's having himself a good game.
He is. He's at 7 points as of right now. Arrington's gonna check in, and a couple of Mustangs. Here's the 2nd opportunity for Mitchell. You hear the Monterey student section getting loud. Puts it down.
And as a freshman,
give him 8.
As a freshman, making that in a high leverage spot, high pressure spot with everyone screaming at you shows a lot about you.
They say pressure makes diamonds, right?
Exactly. We're seeing one right now. We might see the making of one.
We're seeing making of a diamond.
Yep.
Cash Lewis going to work, getting it to Arrington.
A lot of off-ball movement.
Yeah, and he's looking to pass. Bofkoon, the fadeaway. Wow. Have yourself a night. He continues to get better and better. He's at 13. About to have a bunch of plainsmen check into the ball game. Up 41-34, minutes to go. Coronado looking to answer. Zay Perkins. Brewer's going to get called for the foul right there, I believe. Yep. It's going to be Brewer's second foul tonight. I love listening to these coaches, and I hope it's coming across on our headsets, because the way they communicate with their guys is so fun. All right, here's Gilmore. You know, he's kind of cooled off here in the second half. You want to see him find his stroke.
Had a big first half there. And he's getting a lot of open three-pointer shots.
Oh, down low. Finishing strong with the right hand. Yeah, he had 13 points at halftime, and it was multiple three-pointers. He had 3 threes in that first half, Diego. Over in this second half so far, but that's a strong finish right there.
Exactly, and that's exactly what you want, is you want him to start finding it. You want him to start getting something out of it.
That one's just a little bit short. Coronado comes away with the board. Gilmore again, no good. Bofkoon with the rebound. And you're seeing the physical play here. He got roughed up a little bit right there.
And if you're Gilmore here, you know, there's a saying that I repeat to, like, when I go play with my friends, it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep.
And
it's a good saying.
Yeah, and I'd rather him take that shot. You know, it's a high percentage shot for him, and if it's anybody, I want him shooting that ball.
Well, and if you're that open and you have the confidence that he has, and obviously he's put in the work, he eventually it's going to drop for him, right? And I don't know, when you start letting up, if you let a player heat up like that, it could be some trouble. Stamps, the floater, off. Foul on the play. It's gonna go against Monterey, and it's gonna be Christian Williams getting called with the foul. It's Williams, I believe, first foul of the game. There it is. Yep, they just updated the board. It is his first. Here's Stamps. Rattles that one home. Stamps is at 7 tonight.
You want to see him start heating up for the Mustangs here.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys that, like,
he can knock down a 3-ball as well. He can knock down a 3-ball, and once he gets hot, he can shoot the lights out.
See if he can convert on the second one. He does. Puts it through.
High leverage spot.
Now at 8. 42-38. The Plainsmen on top of the Stangs. You see that press happening, and Coach Davis calls the timeout.
And you see the press. They're starting to press now.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to cut, slow things down, trying to force some turnovers, leading some baskets. We've got a 30-second timeout, so we're going to hang out here. I want to talk some Estacado basketball. You down?
Yeah, let's do it.
The Matadors, since 2006, they've only had one season with less than 20 wins. I read that right, one season. And right now, they're just 3 wins short of that. And they just started district play. You know, Coach Wagner credits the success to one simple phrase: tradition never graduates. No one person is bigger than the program, and Coach Wag has built a powerhouse over here on the South Plains at the Big E. Wanted to give some love to the guys at Estacado.
Oh, you love that. You love that saying, because once one graduates, it influenced the younger ones to go and be as good as he was or be even better.
Yeah.
And you love that as a coach.
Yeah,
you love
it's
that.
the culture.
Exactly.
It's the culture that he's implemented there. Of course, he is a state champion. He won a title with the Big E, and will be going to Estacado very soon. We just wanted to give some love to them because they're having a great start to the season. Bob Kuhn underneath the basket gets popped and he's on the ground for a little bit. I even actually have their district standings, Estacado. They're 17-6 overall in the season, and they're 1-0 in district play.
Only one season. You said one season.
One season since 2006 that they haven't had 20 wins.
Impressive. That's very impressive.
And they just started district.
Yeah. One game in the district.
And they're 3 wins away.
Wow.
Tradition never graduates. That one's no good. It hung on the back of that rim just a little bit and went off.
And you look back at it, all the free throws have played a big part in this game here.
Absolutely.
With the fast-paced game, a lot of fouling going on at the rim.
That is Bob Kuhn's 9th free throw attempt today. He's knocked down 5 of the 9. And they call them free throws, right? Yeah, you gotta go get them, right? And
exactly.
He has earned his way to the charity stripe a lot tonight. 11 seconds to go here in the third. Gotta think Coronado's gonna try to take the last shot. Zay Perkins kicking it out. The jumper, no. Trying to get the rebound with 1 second to go, and that's gonna do it. Monterey captures the lead here in the third quarter and the momentum. Can they finish it off and steal a win on the road? We're gonna have to wait to see. Fourth quarter action coming your way right after this on Fox 34 News Now. All right, our final quarter getting ready to get underway here from Coronado High School. You see Coach Mims coaching his team. Diego, not the third quarter that his team wanted. They were outscored in that quarter 15-7 after leading the first quarter, right, 21-16, leading at halftime 31-28. Monterey comes and steals the lead here after a great run in that quarter.
Right, steals the lead and the momentum. And based off of this game, it's all going to be momentum-based and who can knock down the bigger shots in the clutch moments. And it's going to come down to that. This is a great game so far, high-paced and energetic game.
A physical game, too.
Right.
Brewer gets the board there. And teams that like to play the tempo game. Oh, blocked. Went off of the hand there. Going to get called in the foul is Logan Jack.
A lot of physical play, like you said, and that he came from behind a little bit while he was going up for the shot, a little bit of contact.
Yeah, that's his third foul today. Going to the charity stripe is Brewer. It's his first trip to the free throw line. You know what, we were talking about lingo moments ago. Another thing about sports is routines. Every at bat, you probably got a routine. Every free throw, each player has a routine. I love watching the routines too. It's the little intricacies about the game that make it fun for me.
Right, and they're all different. All of them are different.
Like the pause.
Exactly.
The dramatic pause.
Some of them dribble it 3 times, 10 times. I mean, it's just what they do.
And if you're Giannis Antetokounmpo, you wait.
You wait the whole 15 seconds.
Yeah, and sometimes you lose your shot because of it.
Yep.
45-38. Those are 2 big free throws right there by Brewer. Coronado moving the ball around the perimeter. Here's Zay. To Kareem Porti. First time we've called his name tonight. Great job by this Monterey defense. It's going to be a jump ball. This Monterey defense is suffocating Coronado right now, and the Mustangs have no answer.
And they kind of figured it out after halftime. The coach said something to them. that made so much sense to him, and it's been working so far.
A lot of things in sports is about adjustments, and you're right, Diego. They probably made some adjustments at the halftime break. Bofkun slowing it down. And this is what you might see here in this fourth quarter, right? You recaptured the lead. You can play the time game, because right now it's your friend. Oh, down low to Cash Lewis. Cha-ching, cha-ching. That's good for 2 for number 2. That's his first points tonight. That's not normal.
It's not normal, but he's also playing a big impact on the boards. He's getting a lot of rebounds.
Okay. All right, and the officials are gonna call a media timeout, so we're gonna take it with them. 6:40 to go, 47-38. The Plainsmen are hitting their stride here. Can they finish strong? We're gonna wait to see right after this. All right, we are back, 47-38. That was our final timeout of this broadcast, and so we're going to take you all the way home here with this one. This is, basketball is a game of runs, right? Whoever usually has the last run, right, a lot of times find themselves on the right end of the scoreboard. But we've seen a really impressive run by this Monterey team since the buzzer went off by halftime.
Right, and it's been all Monterey this last quarter and this half, and they've been on great runs, like you said. All the momentum has been on their side, and it's the little adjustments they make.
Ooh, some physical play down low. They're calling the foul on Coronado. Brewer, it looked like he got slung down underneath the basket there, and it's going to go against Logan Jack. That's his 4th foul here tonight.
And in these tight games, high leverage games, contact's going to happen. He's playing hard. He's playing hard. The fouls are going to happen, man. And it's, sometimes it's inevitable. When you're playing so hard, at the end of the day, if you're doing it all for your team.
And there's a little bit of you see there on the instant replay. Stolen away by Bofkun. Quick in transition. He's going to slow it down. Coronado fans are looking for a travel. Down low to Cash Lewis. That's good. That's 4 points for the captain.
He's come alive this quarter, and that's what they need. Monterey needs him to come alive.
They're up by double digits. I'm drawing a blank, but it's been quite some time since Coronado has found the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, and they shooting a lot of three-pointers here. A lot of three-pointers, and they're just not falling, and they're open shots.
I'm a big fan of tipping your cap. Here's Stamps. That's what they needed. Taylor Stamps puts it through.
And that's the guy they needed to step up, hit it.
I'm going to finish my thought real quick, Diego. I'm a big fan of tipping your cap, right?
Yep.
A lot of it is missed opportunities, but a lot of it is this Monterey defense. They have elevated their game here.
Applying a lot of pressure. Yeah. And just being a big factor in the paint, I think, is what it is, because in the first half, it was a lot of paint and a lot of off-ball cutting and things into the paint. Yep. But when you have it all locked up, that just leaves the paint locked up. There's nothing they can do. That's why they've been shooting a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Zay Perkins, 5'11" junior. We had him in our program when he was a sophomore. He was one of our many students that would come and run cameras during games, and love seeing him playing here on the varsity level. All right, the foul's going to go against number 15, Carter Bafcoon. That's his second foul here tonight. And as you heard here by the coaches next to us, right, things are getting tight.
Right, and it's coaches want it as much as the
players
do. Yes.
Yeah, because it's the athletes that are out there performing, but these coaches put time, effort,
into their
commitment.
system.
This is their team. Here's Cash Lewis. To Will Collier, good. That's Collier's first points tonight. And you can see across the way with the Monterey fans. They're excited. Dom Parrish, can he finish? He does. Living life underneath the basket, puts it up and gets it to go. That press by Coronado gets a travel. This is what Coronado wants down this final stretch, is they want to wear you down with that press and then get you to have a turnover.
Right, and that's exactly what happened there. They're hoping for way more of those possessions for them going their way. And they want to put points on the board as fast as they can and as efficient as they can.
They have a clock in their head.
Right.
They want to shoot early in the shot clock. 6 to 8 seconds is what they want. That's ideal.
And there it is.
And that's ideal too. Taylor Stamps.
And he's come alive this quarter after that timeout.
Yeah,
something switched.
He's at 13 points now, 51-45. Oh, that's a charge. It's going to go against Monterey. Kareem Porti will get credit for taking the charge. Here's your instant replay. You know, that's him being ready for that moment. His feet were planted, he took the contact, and that's a I like to say a big brain move by Porti. Right?
Huge, yeah,
being ready for that moment.
Great play. You need to get the ball back to your team, and you take a charge, put your body on the line.
Almost stolen away there by Brewer. Porti, that's going to be a travel. It was either going to be a travel or a double dribble.
Right.
You have your call.
You're right.
You see DJ William coming in for Luke Arrington. The intensity on either side of us has been elevated. Both these coaching staffs are into it.
It's getting louder behind us. It's getting louder on each side of us, too.
I love it.
I love it.
We're caught in the middle of it. This is the best.
This is sports for you. This is prime sports right here. This is a great, deep-rooted rivalry, and this is the best it's going to get right here.
Absolutely. Bafcoon kicking it out to Williams for three. Puts it through. DJ Williams. He's at 7 points now.
Huge shot.
Stamps underneath the basket. Denied by Cash Lewis. They're trying to press, and Monterey breaks through. Bafcoon slows it down.
Yep, the clock game.
Or just the Cash Lewis doesn't get the roll. Up by 9. Stamps going to work against Bafcoon as it's poked away. Porti, wide open 2. Swish! Kareem Porti, baseline 10-footer, puts that one through. I don't know about you, man. I'm into this.
Oh, me too. This is a great game. It's fast-paced. It's one person scoring, and then a turnover, and then it's putting your body on the line. It's doing whatever it takes to win this game, and that's what it's going to take. And it's a close game, and it's so fast-paced, and you love seeing it as a fan and as a coach, and even as a teammate.
Absolutely.
You love seeing your teammates and your players and the athletes that you're rooting for going 100% at all times, and that's exactly what it's going to come down to.
Even though he's suited up right now, y'all, Diego is ready to go out there and play. And the best part is usually the guys that sit in these seats don't have eligibility, but you do, man.
Yeah, I can go. Give me a little possession right now. You know, I'm pumped up. I'm loving this game.
I'm loving that you're having fun, man. Again, this game is being presented to you by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. You see Coach Mims draw. No, that's not Coach Mims. That's Coach Joshua Davis drawing up a play. There's Coach Mims. I'm excited to see that play he just drew up right there.
Yeah, me too. That looked like a lot of O's, a lot of movement, a lot of off-ball screening. I'm excited to see what's going on here. Maybe to maybe to break the press, the Coronado press.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of off-ball screening to get one guy open, you know. You got all this court to work with. Because at the end of the day, Coronado has gotten their way twice with the press.
Yeah.
So you already know they're looking to do that, and that's exactly what they're doing.
That's their signature, right? They want to be known for being disciplined on defense.
Right.
And playing fast and being the last man standing. That's what they want, right? That's how they play. But Monterey looks to be the last man standing. There it is, Bob Kuhn in the middle.
They just drew it up.
Kicking it out to a wide open three. Brewer doesn't get the bounce, but great offensive board. Cash Lewis. Yeah, and then you back it off.
Right. They have the lead is on their side, and the time is on their side as well.
Yep.
You don't want to give Coronado the ball at any circumstance here.
Not at all.
If you don't have to.
Yep, you're seeing Bob Kuhn lean into the defense right there. Double team coming for Brewer. A three by Espen Garcia, too strong.
And they get the rebound.
Yeah, right place, right time right there for Jalil Brewer. I couldn't have drawn that up any better. Just passing it around. I like to call it stall ball.
Right, yep, it's on your side. It's on your side.
I watched the Lubbock High game back in the day where they were playing the Pirates from Woodrow. They held the ball the entire first quarter.
Wow, yep.
Cash Lewis down low. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Plainsmen.
And now, as the Mustangs, at what point do you start maybe fouling?
The foul game?
Yep. At what point?
If they get this offensive board or this rebound. Oh, wow. It's going to stay with Monterey. If you could read faces from where you are on TV, the Mustangs didn't agree with that one, but Monterey's got it again. Minute 57 to go. Bob Kuhn going to work in the paint.
And they get it. They got to push it.
I hear Coach Mims yelling, let's go. Let's see what they got.
He's confident in his guys.
Oh, too strong of a pass by poor T. They had the numbers on their side right there. Maybe the moment.
That's what they wanted there. They wanted that trend, that fast break there. And here they go with the press.
Here is Bob Kuhn getting it to Brewer again, getting past the press. Coach calling a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. I'm anxious to see what he drew up because that play that he drew up moments ago, we saw it. It was that baseline
it was to break
three.
Break the press.
Yeah, and it was that baseline three. Again, coming up for us on our schedule on Lubbock ISD TV and Fox 34 News Now. We'll be back on the airwaves with Coronado taking on Lubbock High. That's going to be on Friday. We'll see the Mustangs once again. They'll be taking on Coach Gibbs, Coach Palmer, and all of those there at 19th Street. And then, of course, I'll be back on the headset with another student. I'm excited to see who I'll have. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, really?
I'm a little nervous.
But there's a lot of people that want to do this. It's a great opportunity, man. And I'm loving it. This is great.
It is great. We're watching Coach Mims right now getting into his team a little bit. You can tell he wants it. He's in it.
Right. And we talked about that motivation factor. Like, you got to push your team to be the best, and it starts in practice. And it starts in practice, and it translates over to the game.
I think it starts before practice. I think it starts in the classroom. I think it starts with him right there. Your leadership always starts from the top.
You're right.
And it reflects your team is going to be reflective of who your leader is. I mean, this is great.
This is good basketball here. Rivalry basketball, and this is the game you wanted out of this game here.
Yeah, that was a full timeout. Seemed like 10 seconds. We're back underway. Oh, high pass there by Brewer. And a travel. And I think a clipboard has just been broken. Coronado needs another turnover like that again.
Right.
And there's the foul.
Yep, there's the foul.
It's going to go against Zay Perkins. Perkins didn't have any fouls tonight, so that's going to be his first for the junior point guard. You got to think another one's coming quick.
Right.
See Bob Kuhn battling, getting it to Brewer, down low to Cash Lewis. Cha-ching, cha-ching, that's another two. Coronado needs an answer and quick. That's a deep 2. That's good by Gilmore.
58, we have 58, we just scored.
You hear Coach right there. They're trying to adjust it. Taylor Stamps with the steal and the lay-in. That's what that press defense does right there. Another shot there by Coronado. Doesn't go. Stamps will be fouled by Portee.
A lot just happened there.
And I missed all of it.
I missed all of it as well. I was looking down at the statistics, and next thing you know, I see a shot coming from the Coronado side.
All I know is that it's 58-51. Monterey has the ball. 48 seconds to go.
Yep, you gotta.
They're getting it across the timeline.
You got a foul there, yep.
Brewer's going to go to the free throw line. The foul's going to go against Portee. So you asked for the game of fouls, and here we are, Diego.
Yep, here it is. It was just a matter of when.
It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when, right?
Yeah, it was a matter of when.
Here's Brewer.
Oh, it just got loud in here.
You always know where the student section is whenever they start yelling like that, right?
Right.
Brewer is a perfect 3 for 3 in this fourth quarter from the free throw line, and so if you want to send somebody to the free throw stripe, if you're Coronado, it's definitely not this young man right now.
Right.
You can see it in his face. He loves it. 4 for 4. And you see the excitement on these guys. 60-51, 45 seconds to go. And it's going to be another full timeout.
And if you're Coach Davis, do you put in your highest percentage free throw shooters here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you saw moments ago, right, as we were getting ready for this play, he was going to check in the guy no, that's Lovato. But he was going to check in Espen Garcia.
Yep.
Right? So that's got to be one of those guys that you know is going to go to the line and knock it down.
Right.
Coach Davis, of course, very passionate about his Monterey program. Not because it's his program, but because it's also his alma mater. Graduated in 2007, played a lot of minutes for this team, and he's loving every bit of coaching his school.
Right. I bet you anybody could, if they got offered, they would go back and coach their former team as well. Because I know I would.
Yeah, you would.
I know I would. I would do it instantly.
Coach Gomez better watch out. Is what you're saying.
Hey, Coach Gomez, maybe we could work together.
Hey, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I want a hoodie like his. He wears those awesome hoodies every game. All right, here we go. And we're going to see what a full timeout does. 45 seconds to go. Up by 9 is Monterey. Again, these are pivotal games in the district race for District 4-5A. Right now, Monterey's 2-2 in district play, sitting in 4th place, and Coronado is 1-3. This game would be huge for both teams.
Got to get a quick bucket here.
Gilmore feeling some pressure. The defense is all over him. Stamps driving. Can he finish? Oh, he will.
Great finish there.
Stolen away. Gilmore for 3. Buries it. They're now down by 4 with 20 seconds to go. The press is on.
Wow.
What a shot. I'm trying to do my math real quick on all the different buckets that went. So it was Taylor Stamps with the 2-pointer, the steal, and then Gilmore knocking down the triple, and that's a 5-point swing right there. This game has a whole different feel.
Oh yeah, that gives a lot of momentum to the Coronado Mustangs there.
Yeah, here's the instant replay of the whole thing that transpired. It was a bad pass right there, leading to Dom Parrish kicking it out to Gilmore, and he knocks it down. But Jalil Brewer was the one that was fouled. He just knocked down the first free throw. Can he make the second one? Currently, he is 5 for 5 here in the 4th quarter. It's hard to beat a team that knocks down their free throws. Monterey's doing it right now.
Ice cold there. Under pressure. We talked about pressure making diamonds.
Yeah.
Man, those were clutch right there. Monterey needed those making on their senior there, and he came through and delivered.
He delivered. He delivered like a, I don't know, I was trying to think of a delivery company, but it was a terrible thing right there that I could.
Okay. He delivered like FedEx, yeah?
Yeah, like FedEx.
Okay,
I'll take it. I'll take it. Perfect 6 for 6 right now. Another 30-second timeout here called by Coach Mims. You got to think again. It's more of the press, right?
Right. Yeah.
Get a turnover. Get a 3.
Right.
You're down by 6, so it's still a 2-possession game. You're still in it, and you still got a shot.
And we just saw Taylor Stamps get a quick 2 and then
a steal.
Get that steal too and get it out to Gilmore. It can happen again. And I bet you that's exactly what they want. And right here, you want them. They're looking for a quick bucket. So I bet you Coach drawn up something nice to get a quick bucket.
You know, this is my 4th year doing games with Lubbock ISD TV, Diego, and I don't think I've seen a game with Coach Mims as the coach with Coronado and it not be exciting. That's an air ball right there by Mims, but Stamps touched the wall, and it's going to be out of bounds. 9 seconds to go. Some more subs coming in.
And you know exactly what Coronado's doing here.
It's the press.
Yep.
And there's the foul.
There's the foul, and you don't want to foul that guy.
No, he's 6 for 6 right now.
Right.
From the free throw line. Doesn't get more perfect than that.
Yeah.
And instantly he runs over to the free throw line and he's ready to go. I think the official thought that was kind of funny too.
Yeah. He's confident.
Yeah. I wish I was. If I was shooting a free throw, I would.
Oh yeah.
I'd bank it.
Yeah, try the bank right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Rips it. 7 for 7. So coming into the 4th quarter, Jalil Brewer only had 7 points in the contest. Now after knocking down 7 straight free throws, he's at 14.
Yep. Smiling.
Might have jinxed him. 6 seconds. Coach Davis is saying we're good. Zay Perkins. And that's it. And the celebration's on for Coach Davis and the Monterey Plainsmen. They come into their biggest rivals building and walking away with a win.
Right, and you can see the whole team fired up. And they wanted this win just as much as the coaches did. And as soon as that happened, you saw Coach Davis go, let's go. Because, man, it means so much to him. It means so much to the players, man.
Right.
That's a big district win there on the road.
On the road. Monterey improves to 3-2 in district play. Coronado drops to 1-4. And this is, this is where the games count. This is a big one for Monterey and Coach Davis. Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on Fox 34 News Now. We had a big moment tonight, welcoming students, broadcasting the game on the air for the first time ever. And as their teacher, I am super proud, and I'm super proud of the students and staff that put on this game tonight. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Friday when we broadcast Coronado going up against Lubbock High. But until then, we hope you stay happy and healthy. And as always, go Lubbock ISD.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.